last game we kind of left in the middle of combat, so it makes things a little bit more complicated when we're kind of jumping back in and restarting. So we're gonna jump in, restarting at the initiative order that we left off with.
We're in bad shape. I just remembered that.
Yeah, so just to kind of give you a very brief recap, I'm not going to recap the whole story, but right now you guys are in a combat where you are in this room that has now been locked by some sort of unknown mechanical mechanism, not a lock itself that you can pick. You're locked and you're trapped in here in this really difficult battle. There are these Sahagwins. Sahagwins are these aquatic kind of creature of the Black Lagoon looking part fish, part humanoid creatures. They're clearly very evil and bloodthirsty, and they have two pet sharks, and they attacked you once you broke into this room. You guys are in some trouble because Neris, you got pulled down by a net. You're underwater. I think a couple of you got pulled down. Zarek was able to escape with a Misty Step. And Dolrak, you're still pulled down with a net. So Dolrak and Neris, you two are restrained. Luckily, Dolrak failed his save for the paralyzing pillar, but I think Tiny came up and got rid of his paralysis. So it's, it's not as bad as it could have been. So Neris, you're about. I have a -5. You're about 5 feet underwater, being pulled down by the shark. You have two of these sharks who are in a blood frenzy around you. There's a guy in the middle who's a lot bigger than the other Sahagwin. He's got 4 arms. He's just massive in size. He has a huge trident. He looks like he's the leader, and he's just frothing at the mouth. He's looking at you, and he's seeing the blood, your blood start tinging the water red, and you see his eyes start kind of getting yellow, and his pupils start dilating. He's getting excited about the fact that you're getting injured. So it seems the more injured you get, the more of a frenzy these sharks are getting into, and he's getting into. And I think we're going to start with Tolan's turn.
So, worried about my buddy Neris still in the water.
Yeah, Neris is in trouble right now. He's getting fed on by 2 sharks, attacking him at advantage for blood frenzy.
I was going to cast spell of Big B's hand to go grab Neris and bring him to the surface.
Okay, what is the nature of Big B's hand in terms of grabbing something?
So it's kind of like you kind of gotta look at the spell a little. Like, you can do different things with it.
Yeah.
So grasping hand is and I can attempt to grapple a creature within 5 feet of the hand and use my strength cord to resolve the grapple if I need to.
So in this, the issue is you're opposing the net that this Sahagwin has thrown at Neris. So you're going to have to roll opposing his net in order to get him out.
May I interject before anything occurs?
Yeah.
I do remember saying this now. When we left off, I mentioned don't worry about Neris because I had something up my sleeve to help him. So it's up to you if you want to choose to do that. But I did say, hey, I got Neris. Fight, do what you need to do. I'll get him out of the water. Or at least above the water.
So that's a Hogwin underwater has got Neris got this Neris in this net, and he's just pulling Neris deeper and deeper into the water, while these sharks swimming around Neris are just taking nips at him.
Because I was John, you gave me a scroll.
Yeah.
Of water walk, and if I cast that on him, he should rise to. It reads that he'll rise to the top.
Well, his rising to the top is also opposed to this net being grabbed down forcefully. I'll have to do some opposition check either way.
Okay, so then if it's the
Yeah.
same thing,
I'll
curious.
probably oppose the scrolls level versus the net in terms of deciding how to oppose it. But this Sahagwin, he's using his because he's holding Naris underwater. If you cast a magic, whether it's a Big B's hand or the net, the magic is going to go against his the strength of him holding this net underwater.
Okay.
So you can roll the hands check. I believe you get advantage on this check because of Big B's hand is very powerful in terms of its ability to move.
If it's better, use that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with doing thing because then I can start using it offensively also. So it's gonna be around for a while. So it's a strength check of you gotta be 26.
I thought it's an opposition check. You can. Oh, your strength save is what, 23?
26.
Oh, 26. There's no way this Sahagwin can beat that. Absolutely no way. Oops, I pressed it twice, but there's no way he could have beat that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab Naris and.
So the question is, how far can you move him during this turn?
Okay. So.
That's
The
another
question
question
is,
I
okay,
had because it doesn't
okay,
specify.
alright. So this is where the DM's gonna have to kind of throw some rulings into here. So, forceful hand, I can push a creature.
Well, the intent of the grasping hand is to more restrain. That's why it doesn't give a distance. So, for
Correct.
forceful hand gives you 5 feet in direction you choose.
Plus
Up
5 times
to
my
5 feet.
spellcasting.
Okay, what's
Plus-
your spellcasting modifier then?
My intelligence is +3.
All right, so you know what? That'll move Naris right up to the surface where he can at least breathe. But he's not out of melee range of these Sahagwin. The hunter sharks that can still attack him. But he's out of the water.
Okay.
Now, this Sahagwin that has him by the net is being dragged along with him underwater.
I'm still in the net, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you're still in the net, but this magical hand has got you above the surface, so you're not going to be drowning anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still in trouble because these two sharks are smelling your blood.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on your turn, Tolan?
I'm just gonna start moving toward Dolrak. If once I get Naris out of the water, I'm gonna send the hand over to help Dolrak eventually. So,
Does the hand stay around?
the hand's gonna stick around for a while,
Oh, cool.
unless I lose my concentration.
Yeah, the hand is
Right,
a
right.
concentration spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away from any enemies while I'm messing around with the hand. So, I'll do that, and I think that will end my turn out. I'll move him up as far as I can, get him into the water.
All right, this is the large-sized hunter shark number 1. He is 10 feet below the water because he bit you from below last time. He's going to rise up to where you are near the surface. If I can only select him and move him, there you go. I won't put him directly on top of your token just because his token stack.
I'll just move the hand
Yeah.
out of the way.
And because you're bleeding, he's got blood frenzy. You don't want blood frenzy. Yep. He's gonna get you with the blood frenzy.
Is it something I can use shield on?
If you can block out an attack of 23 with the shield, then you can.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I have like 24 or 25 with shield on. I have to look. It's been so long. Yeah, I got 25, or I got 23 with shield.
23, he would match your shield.
Mm-hmm.
So if you cast shield, it won't block this attack.
Well, then there's no use casting it, I guess.
Well, you can maybe wait for the next one.
Yeah.
All right, this is the this was, I don't think this was the same Sahagwin that dragged you under. This one was a he previously dragged Zarek under, but no longer has Zarek. So this Sahagwin is gonna go over here, and he's gonna toss his net at Tolan to try to grab Tolan and get him under.
What is the range of the net?
You can tell the net can at least reach outside the entire area that you are walking around. It's a critical hit. Luckily, it doesn't do damage. And we don't have any specific critical hit stuff that it does, besides what it normally does, which is drag you underwater 5 feet. You still hold concentration because you have not taken any damage. But you are grappled by this net. And Sahagwin comes over, his teeth glimmering. He's ready to give you a nice bite and break that concentration. His second attack is going to come with a bite. Oh, these Sahagwin are rolling pretty high. Only does 2 points of damage. I didn't see a concentration roll. But you have Warcaster, so you should have advantage.
Yeah, I forgot to actually put the big B concentration spell on. I don't need to do that. So, here, let me just.
No problem maintaining your concentration. There's only a little dink. And now we move to Dolrak. Dolrak, you're underwater. You're stuck in a net.
So that means I'm restrained?
You're restrained, but you're no longer paralyzed, which is very good news. You were previously paralyzed, which would have been real
While
bad.
being restrained?
Wow, you kind of muffled. I didn't hear-
Muffled?
There, I heard you that time. Yeah, you're sounding a little muffled.
You're grappled, which means you can't move. Doesn't mean you can still act. You can also take an action to try to break the restraints, try to bust out of that net. That would be a contested strength.
Okay, I'll do that.
That would cost you an action. You can go ahead and roll a athletics or acrobatics. You have no problem breaking out of those restraints.
Oh, I thought I had to roll it.
No, that
Okay,
first roll was a mistake. I don't know why he keeps
Okay.
double rolling. It doesn't matter. You still have no problem breaking out of restraints.
Okay, so that would have been my action. And
You're 5 feet underwater. Now you have your movement. Now that you broke out of the net.
I'm going to make a move to
Just a warning, if you move there, you do incur 2 opportunity attacks from the Sahagwin.
That's okay. I don't mind.
All right, they're going to both come at you with claws. Miss. Second one's going to get you as you swim away. But it's only a little dink of damage.
And that's it.
All right, Neris, you're up.
Yeah.
Neris, you're above the water, which is good, but you're still restrained by the net, and the Sahagwin is below you, trying to pull on the net and pull you back down against the magical hand.
I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on myself,
Okay.
which will allow me to escape from the net. If I use 5 movement points, which should give me 20 feet. I really don't have very many choices of where to go. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Well, the problem with freedom of the movement is I think it only applies to magical effects.
No,
It doesn't?
No, it says the target can also spend 5 feet of movement to
Oh, okay.
automatically escape from non-magical
Okay.
restraints. And it lasts for an hour, so if I get caught again, I can use 5 feet of movement to... And any kind of magical restraints don't affect me.
Well, that means you slip right through Bigby's fingers.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be ripping him that much. I would just pull him out of the water.
Is my audio any better?
That sounds better.
Yeah, it's
to
a
me.
lot better now.
Okay, thank you.
So, basically, I've taken my movement. I've done my action. So that's kind of all I can do, and be happy that I'm no longer in the water. Oh, we gotta mark that spell off.
All right, this Sahagwin, now that his net just went limp, he's going to grab his net and run and swim out, and then he's going to try to cast it again at Zarek. He misses, and then he's going to swim behind the pillar. This Sahagwin, seeing that Tolan is in a vulnerable spot, he's going to join his ally over here and harass Tolan. He starts off with claws, and then he's going to try to bite Tolan. Claws miss. Bite misses. And now it's Zarek's turn.
Ronan, if you're saying things, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. So I guess the question I have for you, John, is the shark that I'm looking at, the 5 and the 10 means 5 and 10 feet underwater,
Yeah.
and the other Sahagwin are what? Are they in the water line or at the water line?
Oh
How's
no,
that work?
they all stay just below the water.
So everything that doesn't say 10
Yeah.
is just 5 feet below. Okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean, I think we talked about this with the sword. How would that work if I was to swing?
If you try to hit anything in water, it goes through the underwater combat rules, which means unless you have one of those special weapons, it's a disadvantage underwater combat. Because you're trying to slice your sword through some water to hit something, and it makes it a little bit harder.
But the javelin, if I remember correctly, depending on how I use it, is it thrown or just jabbing? I think it's jabbing.
Yeah, if it's thrown, it's gonna be crappy. It's the same disadvantage, but if you use it to stab, like a lance, then it should be fine.
Okay, so let's see. Hunter Shark 2 is in front of me.
Yeah, Hunter Shark 2 is just in range if you want to attack it with the javelin. You kind of have to get it down real low and try to spike the spear the water to get it.
You know what? I'll take the disadvantage. I'm going to swing with the sword. Do I have to get in the water if I was to do that?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I will do it with the disadvantage. That did it 4 times.
Wow.
Why did it do it twice? No.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they were both a hit at disadvantage, so...
Yeah.
Okay. And...
Did you double click it or only click it once?
Oh, you know why? Because one went at the Sahagwin. For some reason, I have a Sahagwin targeted, and the Hunter Shark. But I was going for the Hunter Shark anyways.
Yeah, just
So
roll damage on the Hunter Shark then.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Okay.
a good hit on Hunter Shark.
And I will go with the disadvantage one more time. Ah, okay. All right, and if I'm not mistaken, that's my turn. I'm gonna stay right here, so I will push it off to the shark now.
All right, this shark is not going to attack something that it can't really reach that well because it has to attack out of the water. So instead, what these sharks do is they surround whoever's most vulnerable, and only person who is vulnerable right now is Tolan. He's going to swim underwater, come from below Tolan. So now he's 10. He's minus 10. I'm going to put him over here just so he... And Tolan you're not injured, right? So he doesn't get advantage from Blood Frenzy. No, you have to be injured to get Blood Frenzy damage. Well, technically, if you are those temporary hit points or are those 8 hit points?
Those are 8 hit points.
Then you technically are injured.
Yes.
That makes a big difference. Because then he's going to get you with advantage. Luckily, even with advantage, it misses. We have Sahagwin number 4. Sahagwin number 4 has been hanging out watching the whole thing, and then he sees Tiny Marble Cakes, and he's going to try to grab Tiny Marble Cakes with his net. I think he's got you. He drags you underwater.
Before you go about with any of that, let's see.
Do you have a reaction against that?
Can I use cutting words?
Sure.
All right, so gotta scroll down to it. Cutting words. Thought I had it. Where is it?
You can just roll the dice that's appropriate for it. If you can't find it.
I found it. I just have to get this thing to work faster.
Well, he already rolled his attack, so you might as well just roll the dice, and we'll subtract that.
All right.
So what's your bardic inspiration dice?
All right. So I'm level 10. So I'm pretty sure. Level 10 is that a D8 or?
I think you're a D8, but I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna look it up real quick. Hold on. Sorry about all this.
That's all right. It's been a while since we played.
A little out of practice.
I think you're a D8.
D10.
You're a D10?
Yes.
Okay, just roll a D10 into the chat box then.
Of course, my computer did not want to respond. It might not be my computer. It might just be Fantasy Grounds.
It's probably a combination of both. Okay, so that brings his attack down to a 16.
Which misses.
Okay, then you luckily have missed out on that because you insulted him. He's gonna go swim behind the pillar. Baron Thomo is up, and Baron Thomo now he's gonna get angry. He jumps into the water. And since the only person that is in the water right now is what they prefer to attack, he's gonna come over and abuse the only one in the water. I have to put him here just in order to fit him into the thing. Baron Thomo, unfortunately, also has Blood Frenzy, and he's got several attacks, and he does a little bit more damage.
How are you all getting so close to me? There's like no room.
No, they're under. You gotta look at it 3D. They're both under the shark and Baron Thomo. They're both underwater. I don't want to just token stack them. So they're below the water, whereas the Sahagwin are on the higher level. You're not 15, you're 5 right now.
Yeah.
Mine should be 0.
Yeah, I'll take that off. You can take it off too,
Okay.
I think, with Alt. Hold down Alt and scroll with the mouse wheel.
Gotcha.
Trident's gonna hit. Did I damage myself? What's going
Hope
on?
so.
What is Fantasy Grounds doing?
It looks like you did.
It's punishing mean DMs.
What do you mean mean? I'm giving you guys an appropriate challenge for your level. Like, honestly, you don't want to fight things that don't present a challenge. Otherwise, what's the fun of the
I'm
game?
just messing with you.
So Trident is his first attack. His second attack is going to be with claws, which is bad, but not as bad as a Trident. That hits as well.
Does anybody else have Sirenscape on? It sounds like a bunch of farting going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm not missing anything then.
I just clicked on the link that John gave, so if you wanted to try to get back on, that put me back on.
No, I've heard the underwater farts before. I'm good.
Sahagwin number 2 is going to throw a net at... Yeah, they keep rolling these dice that I'm not intentionally rolling.
Huh.
The spear?
Yeah, well, the spear is the net, but I don't know why he's rolling dice, rolling attacks on himself. No, he's rolling at Dolrak.
Do you have him targeted?
Oh, I don't even target anymore just because there's so many enemies on the board.
You just select the Sahagwin, and then I would just control click Dolrak in the combat tracker.
No, when stuff is lagging, that stuff gets real
If
weird.
he's 10 foot in the water and I'm outside the water.
No,
how can
he pops up to do that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he pops up to do that. Tiny, you're up.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that Tolan is in danger at this point.
Yeah, Tolan is in some serious danger. He's getting surrounded.
I'm doing good.
All right. Well, what I think I would like to do is. No, I'm gonna do this. Move my token over here. And would I be able to cast Cure Wounds on Tolan from where I'm standing?
Yeah, you'd have to. He's 5 feet underwater, but you'd have to kind of reach into the water, I guess. We're playing this more casually. You can go ahead and do it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. Tolan targeted, and then cast Cure Wounds. Alright, that's a first level spell slot. Reprogram the scroller on the mouse so that it'll work faster with Fantasy Grounds. Alright, there's that, and then I will use my bonus action to give Tolan Bardic Inspiration.
All right. And now Tolan's up.
Okay.
Why does it say D100 for Bardic Inspiration? Huh. I don't know what that's all about, but okay.
Okay. Tolan is going to cast Green Flame Blade on himself, I guess, or onto his rapier.
Does your rapier have an exemption to underwater combat? I don't think so.
To what?
Because you're if you attack, you're doing underwater combat.
No, a rapier does not. A short sword does. A dagger, I believe, does, but not a rapier.
So because you're underwater, unfortunately, if you start attacking with a rapier, it's going to be disadvantage.
Oh. I'll fill it right here. At this phase, because I don't think I really have any other fucking hundreds besides my rapiers. But anyways, yeah, so we will attack with the rapier with green flame blade. And we'll attack the Hogwin number 6. Oh, I gotta do a disadvantage.
Just roll it again.
Yeah. Same roll. Alright, so number 6 is gonna get that much damage. It's dead. In the meantime, Green Flame are gonna jump over to. Let's go over to the shark.
Oh, all this
And
blood
then-
is driving the shark and the Baron Tomo crazy.
And then I'm gonna do a second attack to disadvantage with rapier.
Are you attacking with a 9 life stealer?
Yes.
Alright, well, this Sahagwin's going to die instantly from that.
Well, it was a disadvantage, so it wasn't a nat.
Oh, I see. So you didn't get the nat 20. Never mind.
Nope. Okay, so then just regular damage goes to him.
That's
Wounded.
minimal damage, but that got him.
And then in the meantime, bonus action, Big D's hand's gonna come swimming through to give Baron with his face a big old punch in the face.
What's his face?
Baron, what's his face? Yep.
Good old Tomo.
Now is it's not gonna be at disadvantage, is it? Melee attack?
Well, technically it's still underwater,
Maybe.
isn't it?
I
Well,
guess.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
only a few exemptions to not underwater, like the trident, like Baron
Yeah,
Thomo
I
has.
it's a punch. You get disadvantage with the punch.
Well, it's an attack roll.
Ah, dang it.
If it were a save or something, then it probably wouldn't.
Now my next question is
Or if it's fire damage in underwater, it can't happen. But I don't think your green flame blade was fire damage, was it?
If fire damage is just resisted underwater.
Yeah.
It's not immune. But yes, green flame blade does fire damage a little bit.
yeah, Green Blade does do fire damage a little bit. My next question is, now that the Hagwin that was holding the net is dead, am I restrained anymore?
No, not if that's Sahagwin was holding the net, so you're not under restraints anymore.
Alright, then with that, I am going to swim and get out of the water.
You're gonna eat some opportunity attacks if you do that.
Now with the mobile feet,
Oh, that's right. You made the attacks, right?
I made attacks against all of
Okay.
them, and then I'm running away. So, what was it? I get 35 feet of movement. So how much movement do I use getting out of the water?
You 5 feet to get to the surface, and then to kind of vault over, that's like another. I'll charge another 5 feet for that.
Okay,
And I'll get you over there.
alright. Then I'll come running over here to get away. And then that will be the end of my turn.
Hunter Shark does not have any targets. He's going to swim. He's going to swim over here. Actually, yeah, he'll probably swim over here, hang out a little bit.
That makes sense because there's probably blood in the water there. So
yeah, he's going to swim
kinda
over
makes sense.
here, and he's got prepared action if anything jumps in or anything goes near him. Dolrak, you're up.
Attack Baron Thumb, would that be with disadvantage?
Baron Thoma's too deep for you to attack, unless you jump into water.
Okay.
Baron Thomo's 10 feet under.
Okay, so if I move over to the Shenogwin 2, I incur a...
No, you don't, because Baron Thomo's not within distance.
Okay. So then I am going to move to here. And now if I attack, is that disadvantage?
It's still disadvantaged because you're attacking into water. They're like just above. They're like just below the surface. If they don't have a minus.
I'm going to hit him again. Oh, I forgot to hit disadvantage.
Just roll it one more time.
Okay.
Man, that's some messy dice.
Did you buy the dice after you saw them?
Yes, I did.
We talked about how cool they were.
Okay, he's dead.
Yeah, Sirenscape is not triggering anymore. I don't know why. It used to trigger with sounds.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
like
It
when
did.
somebody dies.
Yeah,
it
I'm
has the-
wondering why it stopped triggering.
Who'd you just
I'm
kill?
going to Shenogwin 2. So I'm going to use my remaining movement to go over to here, back where I was. And that's it.
In attacking some of the ones that are in the water, does that include? Are you at disadvantage even if you attack with magic?
That's not specified in the rules. I would say if you roll a spell attack roll, then you have to go by the ranged attacks rules. The range attack rules are pretty bad. I think you're pretty much any ranged weapon will automatically miss or something like that.
If you mean if you're attacking, like for instance, it'd be the same as like if I was shooting an arrow into underwater.
Unfortunately, the rules are murky on casting spell effects.
But if I cast something that uses a saving throw, there's no disadvantage or anything, right? Or
Yeah. There's no way to make sense of imposing disadvantage on a saving throw or anything. Ranged weapon attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range, but against a target within a range, it's disadvantage. That's the ranged weapon attack underwater. Does not specify how ranged spell is, so spells generally are ranged attacks.
Yeah,
so I'll go by the ranged weapon attack rule.
Yeah, that kind of changes what I was going to do. So anyway, instead of what I was going to do,
so if you try to shoot let's say like a ray of frost underwater, it would incur the same problems as shooting an arrow. That's the idea.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to do was use a chaos bolt, which that's a ranged spell. So it's like a same thing as like that lightning arc or whatever. It's you gotta aim. So if you're aiming underwater, it's the disadvantage. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go ahead and use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. Do I really need to make any roll or anything with that? I don't, do I?
No, the Spiritual Weapon makes its own attack rolls. The Spiritual Weapon will also incur disadvantage attacking underwater.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, any sort of attack. Any sort of attack that requires an attack roll.
Oh, well, that kind of.
Unless you make your spiritual weapon a trident. Then,
Well, I
then
can
that
do
qualifies it for not
If
following
you,
that rule.
Well, if that's I can make my spiritual weapon anything I want, right?
That's up to you, yeah.
Okay, well then I will make it a trident. And I will place it right in between those two sharks.
But one of them's dead, keep in mind.
Which one's dead?
Oh, I thought one of them was. My bad. Never mind.
One of them's
the
badly, one of them's badly
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the number 2 is badly wounded, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and attack. I cast this as a 3rd level spell to make it a little bit more powerful. And I'll go ahead and attack the shark number 2, I guess it is. Okay.
Nice.
Hit. And okay, and I guess I didn't quite kill it. I think I'll just stay right where I'm at. And end my turn.
So Hogwood number 5 pops out, sees that you're killing his pet shark, but he doesn't know how freedom of movement works, so he chucks his net at you.
All right.
There's no special effect on crit with just a net chuck, so he pulls you back underwater.
Is freedom of movement concentration?
No.
Well, but even if it was, you didn't take any damage, so...
Well, he's gonna come and try to give you a little bit of damage. He's gonna come and bite you.
But if it's not concentration, then it doesn't matter.
He misses on his bite. There's a Hogwin that's wearing a beret.
John, I just want to... The hand does have an AC and hit points. I don't know if you want to consider it a creature at all.
The hand?
Those things. Yeah.
Oh, they're not attacking the hand. They're not interested in attack. The hand doesn't bleed. They don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the hand can be attacked, but they don't care about that. This Sahagwin's gonna pop out. He sees 2 of you, but the problem is Tiny's in the way of him casting his net properly, so he's got to move back a little bit. He's gonna move over here, and then cast his net at Dolrak. Oh, I think he's got you, Dolrak. He pulls you under.
These are annoying things.
The best net casters there are.
Zarek, you're up.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I cut his net without hurting Naris?
If you want to cut his net, we'll kind of have to do a little improvising. So, this is what we'll do.
I can get out on my next turn.
Yeah, Neris has freedom of movement on him. I mean, you can still try. We'll work something out. I have a creative solution to that.
If I move...
Because I thought ahead of time. I figured somebody would try to cut these nets.
hold on. Because I could kill the Sahagwin too, potentially. If I move right here, does that... am I in reach of the Sahagwin?
It's a bit of
Yeah.
a stretch. Yeah, okay. you can attack the Sahagwin. I'm okay with that.
All right, I will do disadvantage on him. Oh, I heard a fart. I did do disadvantage, but I don't know why it didn't go through. You want me to roll it again and take the lower?
Yeah, just do that. There you go.
I can't. Okay, 18. Let's see. Let's roll the damage. Oh,
That Sahagwin didn't have many hit points left.
yeah, I see that. Okay. Hey, you're good, Nara.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Am I in range of the shark now, or same? Am I good to hit him?
Yeah, go ahead and hit the shark.
He's only 5 foot down.
Yeah.
Well, technically, if you think about 5 feet, you're not really, but it's okay. Just because the thing is, this is too much to work out in terms of putting restrictions on this, because it'd just be way too hard for you guys to even hit these sharks. So you can go ahead and hit them.
Okay. Wow.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Good.
So yeah, Zach's trying to do as much as he can here.
All right, this hunter shark's in blood frenzy, attacking Dolrak. Oh, I'm sorry. You moved in the range of the shark that had a prepared action. That shark, well, in order for the shark to attack you out of water, he has to attack at disadvantage. So he tries to do a Jaws thing as you go near it. I'm gonna roll an attack for that shark against you, Zarek.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, he's not gonna hit you. Oh, he did hit you. He's
That's
gonna ding you a little bit as he tries to do some Jaws.
Oh my god, I thought I read dying. I was like, what?
This Sahagwin swims out over here, casts his net at Tiny. He rolls a nat 1.
He fumbled on it because I psychologically wounded him.
He just thought you were so cute. He was like, it distracted
So
him.
Baron Thelmo, he is underwater, so he actually swims back to where he was before, and he pops up right out in the middle of this whole thing. And this is his turn. So as he pops up, you see he starts opening his mouth, and like this briny stuff comes out, and he starts choking. And then he starts mouthing some words, and you hear he's speaking common. And he says, "Truce! Truce!" So he's asking you to stop hostilities to have a truce. And he says, "Can offer you treasure, information, truce." So as he says this, temporarily these two hunter sharks stop attacking, and his Sahagwin minions stop attacking. And he looks at you to see how you're going to react as he offers the truce. And you can see he's struggling to mouth common words. Like, this is definitely not his normal language. But he appears intelligent enough to be able to speak.
I don't see anything wrong with talking to him.
Yeah, I agree.
So as he says this, so if you guys are not continuously being hostile, then his minions swim away, of course, from your assault. They all dive deep underwater, out of reach.
So I'm assuming we all chose not to.
Yeah, unless somebody wants to do something differently.
Let's hear what he has to say.
All right, so if you give him a chance, his minions are just going to swim away.
Yeah. So is that what you want to go for?
Yeah.
Is everyone else on board with that?
Tiny? Good. Yep.
That's what he has to say.
All right. If that's all right.
So his minions swim away. Obviously, they're not interested in fighting you anymore. because you've mangled this guy pretty bad. Well, you didn't actually hurt Baron Thomo, but you've depleted his forces so much that he just gives up. And he looks at you and he says, "Have treasures, have knowledges."
What kind of knowledges do you have?
He says, "Doom Vault, prison for Sahagwin."
The Doom Vault is a prison for Sogwin?
Yeah,
you don't want to be here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's his prison. That's what he's trying to communicate. He says, "Prison for Sahagwin." He says, "Wizards deal with Queen of Sahagwin. Not queen, false queen. Princess of Sahagwin. Make deal. Capture us. Now we live in cage like animal." He says, "Queen is false, not true blood." He says, "If Queen dead, Sahagwin free, Sahagin will kill wizard." So he's offering a sort of an alliance to you guys.
Where is this princess, fake queen?
Baron Thomo points to the door you guys came out of, and it appears that he's in control of this door because it just opens. And he points to the chamber that you guys came in. Now, as you recall, when you came into this chamber, you came through another big circular chamber, and when you first came in, you saw these creatures swimming away. They didn't want to engage you when you first came through that area. And Baron Thomo's pointing to that area. He says, "Baron Thomo, treasures." And he motions for hold on. What is going on with Fantasy Grounds right now? He motions into the water, and another Sahagwin pops out of the water and chucks a bag onto the shore. And you hear the bag hits the ground, the cement floor, and it just spills open with just this huge pile of gold that comes out. There's some other little trinkets in there. There's a helmet. There's like appears to be a helmet, non-magical, and appears there's a set of magical leather armor, +1 you can identify just off the bat. But you see a big pile of gold just full on the floor. He says, "Thomo, have more treasure. Once queen dead, kill queen. More treasure, much information." And he says, "Alliance, Sahagwin be free." So what he's offering you is he's giving you this big bag of stuff, and he's saying if you can go kill his queen, then the Sahagwin will no longer be bidden to the queen's wishes. The queen made an alliance with the Red Wizards in order to make them all like these little experiments, these little prisoners. Mm-hmm. And if you kill the queen, then they will all be free, and they will attack the Red Wizards, according to Baron Thomo.
What kind of protection does the queen have?
Yes, queen has priestesses, but no worry, we make them surface. On surface, you strong. Underwater, they strong. So he's saying that he can go and get them out of the water, and once he does that, you guys can kill her, and thus sealing your alliance. He says, Baron Thomo, know things. He says, underwater, when human whisper carry echoes into water, we hear much about Doomvault.
Do you know any locations of any of the keys?
He says, key. Queen have key.
Interesting. So you do have means to go to where the queen is and help us attack her and her minions?
He says, Thomo will go below. Thomo's forces will force Queen up into surface. On surface, Queen weak. You kill.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys, any
Yeah.
questions or?
I'm not saying I trust him 100%, but I think. we
Well,
can
what's
make-
not to trust? He's a creature of the Black Lagoon looking guy.
Yeah, literally. No, look. I think Zarek would be open with it, so he would look at you guys and say, "Why not? What else do we have to lose?"
I agree. If he has a means to go and get the priestesses, he could have sent one of his sharks to go get them to come and help defeat us in this room, and he didn't. So I think that shows a little bit maybe what he's saying has at least a modicum of truth.
Whatever his reason for wanting her dead, whether they're what he's saying or selfish, and I'm saying this right in front of him, I don't care. I'm like, he still wants her dead, and we're probably going to have to fight her at some point anyway, so
That's true.
we might as well.
If she's got a key, especially.
We might as well proffer from it.
That as well.
Well,
That as
you,
well.
you don't technically have to fight either of them. You have a means to get out of this area, too.
Oh, sure, but we also wouldn't know 100% either whether or not these things would tell the Red Wizards is something I'm thinking about.
Oh, you have no idea what these things are about.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
So-
you guys rolled that history check. You guys didn't even pass the history check, so you really don't know much about these creatures.
Yeah, but if it's a good alliance, if it turns out to be a good alliance, we're already outnumbered anyway, so any help that we can get along the way, we need to take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Zarlok, don't you have that read minds skill or
Detect thoughts.
detect thoughts? Maybe you can use that and find out whether he's at least being mostly truthful. I don't know how it works, but
Well, if he chooses to fail it, I mean, of course, that would work. Otherwise, I would have to use it against him. It would be a roll against him. But he could always, agree to be, truthful and succumb to it. It's not going to hurt him,
Yeah, as long as he doesn't see it as a threat.
which technically it wouldn't be if he's telling the truth.
so why don't you try that?
Asking if it would be fine if you look into his thoughts.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him that, John.
You want to ask him if you can cast detect thoughts on him?
Yes.
He looks at you, and he's very distrustful of you. He doesn't know what this detect thoughts is, and he doesn't trust magic in general.
I tell him, I've already shown you that I can put the sword down while fighting. I promise you that I'm going to say a man, but I'm not a man, obviously, as the gift. I'm a gift of my word. And roll persuasion, perhaps?
Yeah, I think a persuasion would be most appropriate. You want to try to convince this guy.
Okay. I'd like to use the bardic inspiration towards this as well.
Yeah,
Right.
sure, that'd be great.
Can I
That's
cast
just
guidance on him?
add a D10.
So can I cast guidance on him for this roll?
I'm gonna make the DC higher if you do that, because now you're kind of doing some shenanigans, and he's looking at you guys, not trustful of your magic already.
Well, then, since I have a high charisma, can I just help him?
Well, what do you do to help him?
By rolling, okay, I join in on the conversation. I said, we're here to rescue some people. We don't have anything against you, but we really feel for you and your plight, and we would really like to free you because we don't like to see any creatures locked up. And I promise that what he's getting ready to do to you won't hurt you one bit, but we'll show.
Are these genuine words or more like you're trying to?
It's genuine.
Oh,
it's
okay.
genuine words.
So for genuine words, I'll take a persuasion roll from you.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna just do a victory point skill contest thing. I'm going to try.
put in the.
No, you don't. I'm tracking the DCs.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. You didn't put it in the box. That's fine. And then Zarek, now you can roll your persuasion. You can add the bardic inspiration.
Open or in the tower?
In the tower.
Absolutely, John. So rolling the persuasion,
And then just roll another D10 into the tower. That persuasion didn't have any. Oh, you don't have any modifiers.
absolutely.
That's
Okay.
why I wanted to help him.
Yeah, I was like, huh? I'm like, you must have screwed up somewhere.
No, that's why he was talking about the guidance.
You look, Baron Thome. It's really hard to read Baron Thomo because he's such an exotic species. So you're not sure if you're convincing this guy or not convincing this guy. He looks like he still seems very unsure, and he's sitting there, kind of clutching his trident to see what you're going to do next. If you're going to cast some horrible wizardry on him and destroy him or something. Somebody else want to try? We got 2 people who tried. Anybody else want to try?
Like with
I'd
charisma.
just say,
I mean, you got high charisma, won't you try?
me,
Yeah.
I got, okay.
And please remove the bardic inspiration off of me.
What do you say, Dolrak?
Um,
I'm only going
came
to
in-
count your roll if you roll the skill
Right,
challenge.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna explain to him. I'm just gonna, okay, I'll be like, I'm Dolrak, I'm from the Church of Saloon, and we are here, we come in peace, we're here to rid this Doom Tower of the Red Wizards, and he just wants to make sure that you're being clear with us, with what you're saying, and we've had others in this place that says they would help us, and yet turned on us before the end. And we're free to help anybody, but we're just trying to make sure that we can trust you.
Baron Thomo says, but you can trust. Thomo respects strength. You are strong. So you haven't totally convinced him, but it seems like Dolrak, what you're saying to him does kind of appeal to what he's thinking. So I need we got 2 more people. I need one. I need another person to try. This is a skill challenge.
Come on, Bard. This is your thing, ain't it? Is Tiny still here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
She's licking her paws and cleaning herself.
No,
Yeah, you
I
don't
think-
have to use persuasion. If you can think of something else as a skill to help out, something that culminates in a roll, obviously.
So, I think what Tiny will probably say is she's just gonna look at the Baron Tomas or whatever Tome, however. Tomo, okay. And she'll say,
We don't like this place any more than you do, Meow Meow. Meow agreed this place is a nightmare abomination prison. We would be more than happy to help you, Meow Meow, but we gotta work together.
You should win off of that because my cat's meowing in the background.
All right, that's another persuasion check.
all right. Persuasion. And I got a really high modifier for that one.
Well, naturally.
if I can get my
And naturally, you got a charisma-based character.
persuasion. All right, there we go. If I can get my, there it is.
All right, very good. The Baron Thomo kind of pounds his trident on the platform that he's standing on. He says, "What you say makes sense to Thomo." He says, "But Thomo don't trust magic. Magic is bane to Sahagwin." He looks at the rest of you, and he says, "You can promise Baron Thomo, magic is not harm, is not trick, is not control of mind." And the only person who hasn't gone, the only person left is Tolan.
Tolan.
Tolan,
Colin's
your-
laying
it's
in
your
the floor
time.
in the bag of gold, swimming in it.
Olin, you hear in your mind, no one else can hear this, and I'm going to whisper this to you because this is the ability that I have, John, the warlock ability. Remember?
Yeah, I know. Awakened Mind, I know what it is.
Yep. So you hear this, and you could just, if you choose to say it out loud.
Olivia.
If you choose to say it, I'm typing it to you. So if you choose to say it out loud, that's on you. But okay, so you tell him that, and I'll do something pretty interesting. And that's basically just saying, like, yes, like, we give you your word on that, and as this is also extra insurance.
Okay. No, Baron, I know you have you don't trust magic because it's so, it has its benefits and it has its, sometimes it can be used good for you and it can be used sadly against you. And I know we tried to use it against you because you were being so difficult with us, and that's why we think it's so tough for you to trust you right away. But we're willing to show some trust in you. As you can see, my mighty friend over here with his sword, he's gonna actually put his sword down just to show that he's no harm to you right now. So
As he says that, Zarek looks at him like, what the heck? But then looks at the Baron, because he assumes that the Baron's going to look at him back. And when the Baron looks at him, he takes his sword out of its sheath and chucks it into the water.
Oh, the sword, yeah, you see the sword go sinking down, glug, 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 glug. And then, so that is, I'll take since you're helping Tolan out, I can give you a help action, Tolan. You can roll persuasion with advantage. All right. So, what we just did is a skill challenge. I know I didn't tell you. Oh, I told you earlier, but a skill challenge is pretty much works like this. This is what happens is everybody takes a turn, sort of like initiative, and you all get to kind of influence the outcome of the skill challenge. It's sort of like combat, except you're not actually fighting. You're just doing rolls. You think a lot of you already know what it is. I just kind of explained to people what the important thing about the skill challenge is you got to lift the veil afterwards, so you understand that the skill challenge was meaningful. So in the skill challenge, the DC to convince Baron Thomo to allow you to cast magic on him, which is really something he does not want to be cast on him. The DC was 20. You guys have 3 successes and 2 failures. 3 successes is what you need to achieve your objective. So you guys were successfully able to convince Baron Thermo to allow you to use magic on him.
Sweet.
Who failed? Who failed?
I don't tell you because these are hidden rolls.
Let's see. I have a 0. I have a 0.
It could obviously, you can think about who's most likely to fail, but I don't necessarily tell. But I may tell you in character, like if you say something and NPC reacts in a way. The issue is this creature is so foreign and exotic to you. It's really hard to read it just looking at him. But you guys with your combined efforts are able to convince him to allow you to cast the spell on him.
Okay.
So casting detect thoughts on him, you start penetrating his brain, and what you see are just these bizarre images. He's thinking like these bizarre kind of images about this undersea world where there's like thousands of Sahagwin, and they're all riding sharks. And you see, you can kind of understand that he's thinking about this empire under the waves of Sahagwin, and this empire is a kingdom ruled by some sort of a monarch, usually a king, and the line of succession is always a bloodline. Whoever's the purest of blood to the monarchy is the ruler of the underground kingdom. And he's thinking about how the current ruler of the Sahagwin kingdom, his blood has been getting really weak, and his most recent daughter, the princess, she is next to inherit the throne of the Sahagwin. So at some point, the Sahagwin came out to raid a ship. This was somewhere in a sea of swords, and they came out to. They often do this. They have no respect for any surface dwellers except for food, and they were raiding the ship to kill some people on board and eat them for food. And it happens that on the ship was one of these red-robed wizards, and once the red-robed wizard was so powerful that the Red Wolf Wizard just cast. They saw her cast one spell, and the next thing they knew, half of their forces were just decimated. They couldn't even fathom what had happened. They didn't even see what had happened. And when they tried to take her down, more of these red wizards showed up. And at some point, they were just overwhelmed by red wizards. It happened that the king of the Sahagwin was on board, was part of this raid. And the red wizards managed to get the king of the Sahagwin, and that held the entire empire of the Sahagwin at knife point. So once they did that, once they captured the king of the Sahagwin, they made the queen, his daughter, the princess, made a deal. If they can return the king of the Sahagwin, then she would take his place. Well, she did go through with that deal, but what happened is they killed the king anyway, because the red wizards don't respect the Sahagwin even less than the Sahagwin respect surfacers. They murdered the king anyway, and they kept her as prisoner, and they have made this mockery of an empire with her as prisoner. The Baron is the personal guard of the king, and seeing this treachery, he led his own little contingent of elite Sahagwin to try to rescue the princess. But the problem is the Sahagwin do terribly on the surface, and the minute they got on the surface, they were defeated in droves of hundreds by only a handful of red wizards. It was that easy. The Baron himself was captured, and he was installed here. Just right next to the queen. So he's got his own little kingdom. The queen's got her kingdom. Their kingdoms number in like the dozens, so it's just a mockery of a true Sahagwin kingdom. And the Baron starts believing that it is because the princess's weakness, because she's willing to deal with surfacers, that has caused their suffering. And her bloodline is now tainted and impure, and it needs to be destroyed. And she needs to be destroyed. The princess is making deals with the red wizards because she's still under the impression that the king still lives. So once the princess is destroyed, when you dig a little bit deeper into his thoughts, you see nothing but pure ambition. The Baron sees himself as the ultimate ruler, the king of the Sahagwins one day, once he kills all the Red Wizards, because he knows that them being water dwellers can't do much on the surface, but you guys can overthrow the Red Wizards and secure their freedom. So that's all. You get a lot of information.
Wow,
because he has no mental defenses when you probe.
Yeah, but I'm also not gonna hurt him. I don't think I can't with this spell at least.
No, you can't hurt him with a spell. He is very mobile, so if you guys start doing hostilities to him, he'll jump and swim away.
No, yeah, absolutely. But like I wouldn't actually, because of how much I got on this, I don't want to, use it maliciously because he agreed to it, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Zarek would obviously, reiterate that to you guys in a not in a as descriptive. I would wait until we got away to spare all the details, but for the gist of it, I guess I would say, I don't think. I don't get any correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I don't get any ill intent from him. I didn't see him betraying us in any of this.
Oh, he's not looking to betray you. He needs you because you guys are powerful. But in terms of his opinions towards surfacers, they want to eat surfacers. That's all they care about. They don't they want to rule their underwater kingdom and come up to raid surfacers on innocent ships and kill everybody on board and eat their flesh.
Are they known to be liars at all?
You don't know. You guys did horribly on your history roll on these creatures. So you don't know the nature of these creatures, but you know that these creatures are not good creatures. I mean, they were eating body parts of sacrifices earlier as you walk through here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, these are not like good law-abiding citizens in general. But you get the sense that they have a very structured society that's ruled by one powerful leader, and he has ambitions to become that leader. If he can kill this princess, she is destined to be the queen, and she's the last of the royal bloodline. Once he kills her, he's going to be the new bloodline, and of course, it's his bloodline, so his blood is totally pure.
So I ask him, if we kill her, how do you? I assume you want to escape from here, correct?
He says, know very little about this place. He says, but there's no way out. But no water, no sea. He says, that's why I need alliance.
But you would like to go back to the sea, correct?
Yes.
So I would offer you this. We will truce, and you will help us when we can and bring them to the surface, and we will take care of them on the surface. And more treasure, obviously, like you said, you have our word on that. But if you'd like to bring the fight to the Red Wizard some more and really take control of your kingdom and see the sea one more time, perhaps we can get you there, since we want to destroy the evil wizards in this place.
He says, that is good deal. He says,
you guys okay?
But if Princess still alive, not all Sahagwins will obey.
Yeah, I get it. We'll take care of the princess for you. Just make sure she's available on the surface, and I'll do what needs to be done.
So what he tells you is that once you are ready, what they're going to do is they're going to raid the other chambers. Because right now they have a very kind of a stilted, very shaky truce going on between the two Sahagwin clans, where you don't bother me and I don't bother you. So once you guys are ready and ready for the ambush, he's going to send the rest of his forces, including himself, to attack the other people. And this is all going to take place underwater. and he's going to force them onto the surface. Once they come onto the surface, you guys can have free pickings at them.
Okay.
So if he says if just tell him when, and he'll drive the others into the surface. And what he's offering is actually he has some more information about the Doom Vault that he can tell you.
Are you guys all good with this plan?
Oh yeah.
Meow meow.
Because I would look the same way if she's the Princess Hogwin. She's eating people too, so I don't feel bad killing her.
They all eat people. It's not
exactly.
It's not like there's one that eats less people. They all eat people.
That's my point. In case someone was like, "Oh no, we shouldn't do this," like they're all, it is what it is. It's not like we're hurting an innocent person.
Yeah, and I might get rid of a few of the red wizards for us too.
Yeah, if they can eat the red wizards, that'd be good.
Well, if they want to get out of here, and we can give them a chance to rally in one cause for the most part. Once she's dead, they would all rally to him, and that potentially could give him the opportunity to make this area more of a, I don't know, perhaps a safe zone for him, and if we ever needed to run back, and because they don't do well on land, so I can't ask them to fight for us on land. It's just not going to work for anyone. But here they would do well here, so we could potentially work out a bargain with him in the future and say, hey, look, if you let us safe travels through here, then maybe we can, when we find a way to get out of here, we'll let you out as well. So that's just my take.
This group here now, are they able to swim to the other chambers?
Oh, the chambers are connected. It's just that they have a bit of it's like a DMZ in the middle of the chambers.
Yeah.
If they cross the chambers, it's open war, but they know that they can drive the Sahagwin to the surface, at least with a raid.
So potentially we can get them to help clear the way so that we can travel freely under the water also.
You guys have pretty much cleared the on the underwater area in this map.
Okay.
By yourselves, even before you came to the Sahagwin. Before, they could have really helped fight the hag you guys were dealing with, but you guys have killed the hag.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
You guys killed the Naga. The dragon turtle is still swimming around here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's free anyway.
So what? We have to go south?
We gotta go back where we came.
Southeast, I guess.
Yeah, southeast.
Yeah. I asked him if he could get someone to swim my sword up to the top.
He does. He goes. Another Sahagwin pops out and just chucks the sword onto the platform.
All right, I catch it. And are you guys ready? Then we'll do
I'm
that.
ready.
He told us where to go, right?
It's just the room directly south where you came from.
Are all these others doors?
They do look like doors, sort of like the same door that you came through, except they have no locks or any mechanisms that you can see to open. It seems like the Baron Thomo is in control of them. Somehow.
Okay. That could be used to our advantage later on.
Well, Baron Thomo, what's behind those doors?
The relics of Sahagwin.
Are these the treasures you mentioned?
Not for you. These are important relics of Sahagwin royalty.
So.
He doesn't seem very eager to let you know what these things are behind these doors.
How long does the detect thought spell last?
That's a good question. Let me look real quick.
It's passed by now. It lasts a minute, so the minute is what you needed to get all that information you got.
Yeah, I was just curious if it was still in effect.
Yeah.
Maybe we could.
No, that's a good question. Obviously, you know, but yeah. I mean, look, let's deal with one problem at a time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I'm looking at this.
Well.
Yeah, the door's open now. He willed it open, or he did something to open it.
It's the southeast behind the door.
It's the room directly below where you were.
The way those guys they're going out the right way then, or
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was a white door, or gate.
Yeah, there was a white gate to the upper. I mean, to the northwest. I mean, northeast. You guys look at the other side of the gate, and it looks like the walls are kind of this forge stone kind of wall.
That's right. That's right. You showed us the map. I forgot what that.
Yeah, you guys all still have you still have the link to the copy of the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the stone golem quarries. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. But we're going this way.
No, I think this is the room we just gotta go to.
No.
Or are we gonna go further?
No.
My map won't open.
What do you mean?
It says the module I'm trying to attempt to open is not loaded. The land of the red wizards.
Huh? It must be that must not be the right map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it must not be.
I was able to open it.
Predator pool players.
This is the map that we were talking about. This is the map that you guys have.
Right.
Yeah, because this is that Hags map.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know if it's up to date.
You don't know, but it's pretty accurate to where you've been.
The only thing to be not up to date is, I suppose, is the labels possibly, if some names have changed or something. But I don't think the caverns are going to change much.
I circled in blue the black gates that you've used.
Where are we going?
I think we're going right here. This is where we can come up to the surface.
Yeah, this is where he tells you the ambush is going to take place. He can force these queens into this, force the queen into the surface.
In this room.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, we. Are you guys ready? You guys want to prepare something?
I think there's some time to get away from the water.
Are we in the room then?
Yeah, we don't got a lot of cover, but
so we don't have to go through any of the other doors. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking we was going. Okay, I'm good then.
Can I have a potion before we start, so I don't have to use my action?
I was gonna say, is my
How long does it last?
You can do whatever you need to do to prepare, because you guys are coordinating with Baron to force the priestess out. So he's gonna wait until you guys are ready before they start the attack.
Well, it lasts an hour.
Oh. Well, you can take it, I would say.
Okay.
Alright, well, it's been more than a minute, so I don't think my aura vitality is up anymore.
John, did you say that there was a helmet that he dropped up there?
Yeah, it was a non-magical, regular-looking helmet. I don't have the parcel thing up because I'm combining the parcel things for later.
Okay.
You guys ready, or do you want to reroll initiative? Pick your starting places, because you guys are ready to at least,
Yeah, you guys are in a weird spot for combat.
Yeah, we don't want to be stacked in a straight line. That's for sure.
Yep, that's why I'm kind of.
Alright, well, try to get a fireball
Maybe.
formation there.
Can we what's initiative? Yeah, can we reroll initiative?
Yeah.
Is this a pool of water right here I'm standing in?
No, that's the bubble that
Okay,
that I can manipulate and you can breathe in if you put it in the water.
gotcha.
Well, come on.
Oh, initiative. Hey, bada, bada,
Wow,
bada.
we rolled kind of high.
All right, when you guys are ready.
Ready?
All right, you guys are all in position.
Yeah.
So you give the Baron the signal, and you guys don't really hear anything. Obviously, this is all taking place underwater. So as you sit there, ready for combat, almost instantaneously, you can see that there's a whole bunch of objects, like a dozen objects underwater, and they get closer and closer to the surface. Some of these objects are there's some blood flowing around. You can see some of them are getting injured. There's a battle taking place underwater that you guys are not privy to. But to the surface of the water, which is actually the rear line of the battle, you see all these creatures all of a sudden pop up out of the water. There's a bunch of sharks, and there's a whole bunch of Sahagwin that pop out of the water. And in the center pillar, you see that there's a Sahagwin that looks a little bit different than the others. This is probably the princess. It says priestess.
You said priestess anyway.
Yeah.
No, one of the priestesses. No, that was who was Gardner. Was priestess. That's
Yeah.
right.
No, the princess pops out of the water.
Okay.
It says priestess, but
Oh, I see.
she's in the center, and she's surrounded by 4 Sahagwin that are protecting her. This is actually the rear line. They didn't really expect to see you, so you guys get a free round.
Cool.
Zarek, you're up.
Okay.
The problem is that even though they've surfaced, there's still a lot of water between you and them.
So I figured this would happen. So well, I guess I'm gonna do something pretty stupid right now. All right. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna jump in.
I got something stupid planned too, so that's cool.
John, I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
I'm gonna swim up to here. This is what, 10 feet?
Yeah.
15. And then Misty Step right about here. Bonus action, Misty Step, and then I'm going to take my attack action on the princess.
Phew.
So let's... And that's my first attack. And second attack.
Okay, both hits.
Okay. And I do not believe I can do anything because I use my bonus action, so... All right. Fine.
All right. They because
win?
you get surprised, nobody has any reactions or anything. It's up. You're up, Tiny.
Okay, let's see. Just wanted to check something here because I had a funny idea as well. Okay, it's 30 feet, so let's see. I'm just gonna hold on. It's probably way more than 30 feet away from. Yeah, that was. Come on. Okay. Almost at 75 feet. Here. Nope, that's not gonna work. You know what? Screw it.
Are they like on a pillar?
There's a platform right in the center. The platform is just above the surface. The other things are pillars that go all the way up to the ceiling. That's why they're kind of blocking line of sight in some places.
Get my token to cooperate.
So what
here.
Zarek did is he Misty stepped onto the pillars, so he's kind of at level with them. They've come and retreated here because they know that the other side can't come to the surface.
All right.
And that's what the whole plot is about, because you guys do well on the surface, obviously.
All right, I can do this. I am going to cast Fairy Fire. Let's see. I don't know if the token thing is going to work, but I'll give it a go. Alright, but I don't want it to hit Zarek.
I think that I don't think you need to hit Sagagwin 1. I think you're good. with 3 or 4 of them in the
Yeah, I'll do that, and then that'll... And I think that's my main action, right? Fairy Fire is an action? Yeah, it's an action. So I cast Fairy Fire, so all of them within that box attacks against them have advantage. And then I will use the rest of my movement.
Well, you got to roll everybody's
They
save
gotta
first.
say they can save.
You got to roll everybody's save first.
Alright, so let me... I don't know if it automatically targeted them or not, but...
You should be able to. Yeah, there should be a button to target them, and then
You're very
use your
lucky
button.
because their saves on the surface are crap. Their reflexes, their dex saves on the surface are absolute trash.
Wow.
If this works... I
It
don't
should
have
be
any-
reflected. Yeah, it is.
You know what, I'll just... If I hit cast...
Oh, you got to target everybody first? The token doesn't work anymore. That extension broke a long time ago. So you got to individually target. That used to work, I know, but that was like... It was like almost 6 months ago where Fantasy Ground did an update that broke that. There you go.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit the save.
I think
Oh.
they're all gonna fail. No, one succeeds.
But the one just failed, so...
So do
Attack.
so do the app apply the effect.
Let's see. Advantage cannot be invisible. What? Okay, these are all the same effects.
No, one of them should be a grant advantage attack. That effect is the most important.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure I have them all targeted.
Yeah, it'll automatically apply the effect to the failed saves.
Alright, so... It's advantage cannot be invisible. It looks like they're all the same, so I'm just gonna just click the top one and... Alright, so... The princess hit the fairy fire. Alright, yep, we're good.
So is that a concentration spell?
It is.
Well, you need to put that on yourself then, the concentration.
Yeah, let me find it. Concentration. How long is the concentration for? It's concentration up to a minute. And then... Where's the thing for the concentration?
No, there's another part of the effect that you drag onto yourself.
I
Alright,
think he put the let's see, Grant. Is that the concentration effect he put on the princess?
I hope not.
Well, it's got a C beside it. The only reason I ask.
No,
They all-
that C will go back to him.
They're all the same.
Oh,
No.
okay.
But
Okay.
See if the concentration is on me.
The one should say self.
on the con.
Yeah, that's true. It should. The one for you should say stealth.
The one that says self, you just click on it and it'll apply it straight to yourself.
My
Or
problem
drag
is
it
I don't
to yourself.
see one that's listed as self.
You want me to do it for you?
Sure. That way to save some time. Because I've already taken enough time already.
Well, like I say, we haven't done it for a while.
Yeah, that's the thing with Fantasy Grounds. If sometimes it's easier to just manually do everything. This is especially true with the Pathfinder 2. There are automated effects, but if you get stuck in having to work out, it's easier just to because when you play in person, you don't have any of this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get rid of that token to clean up space. We're done with that. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just going to use the rest of my move action to get away from the edge. That's only 5 feet, and I'll just do this just to get away from the edge, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay, Dolrak, it's your turn.
Okay. Why did my map just take off? Wow. Okay. I've got potion of water breathing in, just so you know. But I'm going to run, and I'm going to say to the gods and jump into the water. Go 15 feet. I'm going to bonus action Misty Step up onto the ledge. And then I am going to attack the princess. So I got to click on that Misty Step.
You have advantage.
I guess I did that right. And the attack has advantage.
It will automatically give you advantage.
Yeah, it should automatically do that.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That was a level 2 spell slot. Okay, that's the first hit. Attack again. Critical hit.
Ooh.
I'll do a level 2 divine smite.
Let's see. Can you milk out enough damage to not even give them a round of combat?
And I should have did a level 3, but oh well. And that's my turn.
All right, very nice. And we go to Neris finally.
Right, so I'm going to just move up here so I'll be within range of the princess. Can I still see her from there? Yes. Let's see, 60 feet exactly. Nice. I am going to quicken Chaos Bolt. That way I can cast a cantrip afterwards. So anyway, I'm going to quicken Chaos Bolt and cast it at the princess. I gotta try to remember how to do this spell. I cast first to see if I hit, right?
Yeah.
And then I do the 2/8. And it's a hit. So I gotta do 2 d8s. Why am I doing it? I'm gonna have to read it. When I hit, target takes 2d8 6. Choose one of the d8 rolls. So, all right. So I do the damage now, and then if I double the damage,
I'm getting a big error message on Fantasy Grounds. Are you getting it?
I haven't done anything.
Oh, okay.
Just
That was the princess giving up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the d8 is for which kind of damage it is. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's psychic damage.
Oh,
And I did not get doubles, so now I'm going to I gotta take one of my sorcery things off. Now I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead.
17 supposed to.
Just finish casting this spell. I think there's a issue with Fantasy Grounds for me on my end.
You want me to go ahead
No,
with
no, but-
Toll of the Dead, or
But finish your turn first.
okay?
I have to restart.
Was that a hit?
It was a failure.
Yeah, she failed.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So here we go. There we go.
Did you add the 17 onto her? Because it didn't say it took the damage on her, the 17 from the Chaos Bolt.
I dropped it on top of her. I don't know if it put it
Yes.
on her or not.
You must have missed her or something. If you read the chat block, it didn't go on.
Yeah, it's not adding on it.
Well, how can you tell?
It shows on the Toll the Dead right now. It shows damage Toll the Dead to Sahagwin Princess, but and it shows what you rolled. But under what you rolled for,
Well, I guess
Yeah.
John will have to do that then, right?
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Add 17. Have to add 17. I must not have been right on top of her.
Or subtract 17.
Well, yeah. I meant add 17 damage.
Add negative 17.
Okay.
I'm going to move back out of range a little bit, and then
She's nearly dead. You guys have
Can I pass my
gotten
turn
her
now?
severely wounded. Oh, of course. You pass your turn whenever you want.
yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't want to mess you up.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I think I got it working again. And then
Where's that
finally,
little gnome at? There he is. He's hiding.
Told
Little feller.
the edge a little bit, and
I'm a dwarf. I can call him little feller.
That was a lot of damage. That
Yeah.
with the my damage is happening, and I'll just cast over a chromatic orb at the princess. Hopefully, figure that if she goes down, the rest of this fight's not gonna
Right.
double 13,
nice.
and we'll use lightning damage.
I think that kills her, right? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
We didn't even touch anybody else.
And then I'll get you out.
Well,
Now that you're dead, back down. I will.
well, that's how these games go. If you guys get like a surprise round or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Fairy Fire helped a lot on that one.
One still.
because the princess is dead, the Sahagwin are still very confused. They're not obvious. They're not just giving up and surrendering. So
That's
the
unfortunate.
combat continues. Zarek, you're up.
Okay. I believe the one. If I move here, I'm still within reach of the Sahagwin one, and Mangy Beard has Fairy Fire, I think. So I'm gonna swing at him. Oh. Okay, and that was I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's not making the crit. It's not making the dice shake either like it used to.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you hit it
that
correctly.
extension stopped working,
Oh,
so
okay.
I had to stop it. A lot of
see.
extensions stopped working with the
Yeah,
recent
yeah.
update. I had to kill so many extensions.
Wow.
Why?
Oh my god.
That's a second crit.
I was gonna say it should roll,
What?
but not that it matters because he keeps critting them.
Well, he failed it. Oh, holy shit.
They just
There you go.
exceeds hit points by 26 instant death. Status dead.
Yeah, so
So that means you probably did enough damage to him that it went beyond like his max HP below 0, which is instant death.
Eric.
No, you got to double your max HP to do one of those
That's
things.
what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
well, what I mean is like.
I think that's only
After 0, whatever damage is left, if you're greater than their max, then
Derek jumps up here and just decapitated him in 2 swift blows, and looks at all the other Sahagwin and yells, "Lay down your arms or die! I am death incarnate."
Do you speak Sahagwin? If not, then they just look at you, screaming at them.
or you should just say it in telepathy.
You should be able to guess what he's saying.
They just
got a
sit there
very
with their
angry
mouths
face.
open.
Yeah.
The Baron was able to kind of word some things in common, but you can tell these Sahagwin don't really speak.
They wouldn't have a reason to.
Let me rephrase this. I would have said that to one of the Sahagwin looking at me with telepathically, since I don't need to speak Sahagwin. I don't need to share a language. They just need to understand any language. So,
Well, which one are you looking at? That one next to you?
yeah.
All right. Yeah, he looks
So
like he's backing off then.
Yeah, I'm yelling that, and you know, I'm saying tell them all, and then my end of my turn.
Tiny, you want to take your turn?
That'd be horrifying. He heard that in his head right after.
So when you kill the princess, her body just because you ripped her apart. You guys ripped her apart. With all the blows you struck with her. There's body parts like hanging out in the water. The water's starting to get red. And you can see these sharks are going into frenzy. And without the princess to control the sharks, it's open season.
Uh-oh.
Tiny, you're up.
Seeing Zarek stand on top of the pillar, I think Tiny Marble Cakes is going to just stand at the back and chill by Naris and watch what happens from there. Not
Tiny,
really
if we ever play Pathfinder, I'm gonna make a house rule just for you.
Okay.
You cannot end your turn until you use all your actions. That's my house rule. You're not allowed.
Yeah,
you are
why
not.
waste?
You are not allowed
Why
to
waste
end
a
your turn.
move?
You're not allowed to. Not for this, but in the future, you're not allowed to end your
That's
turn.
a firebolt or something.
Okay, Dolrak, you're up.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna take off my pants and swim around, and let Zarek do everything. Oh no, I am going to move over into melee range and attack this guy right here.
Did you really take your pants off?
Yeah, I'm swimming.
It actually takes like
believe you
5
have the
minutes
whole
to
act
doff
into
your
It
doff
would
your
take an
plate
action
mail.
to do that.
No, it would take 10 minutes to doff your plate mail. You can't just take it off unless you have the instant takeoff plate mail.
Yeah, I had that in one of our
Bad
adventures.
friend. Doesn't he sink in the water when playing now?
He's dead.
Oh boy.
Oh, and to add insult to injury, these hunter sharks require the telepathic mind of a controlling Sahagwin to obey them. This hunter shark is in frenzy, and without the telepathic mind, he turns on the Sahagwin.
Oh boy. This went awful for them.
I missed.
He misses though. Naris.
Okay, well, since our shark friend is trying to eat his friend, I will cast spiritual weapon. Where do I want to put my spiritual weapon?
Is that going to be a trident again?
It's going to be a trident again,
In case.
just in case.
Just wondering.
I think I'll cast it right over here by Sanguine number 1. So I can help out my buddies over there. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and make an attack with my spiritual weapon. My trident. So I don't have to take any, yeah. Okay, on Sanguine number 1. That's a hit. Okay, I kept past that as a 3 again, so I need, or yeah, 3, so I'll have to mark that off. Okay, so I guess I said, come on guys, let's get the rest of them. I'm hungry for sushi.
Yeah, right.
Sahagwin number 1, he's the one that you telepathically scared. He's going to disengage. He jumps in the water, and he's going to be pretty much gone. Let's see. Yeah, he disappears into the water. You can't even see him anymore. You don't know what happened to him. He probably met the other side and died.
Okay.
Sahagwin number 8 is he's still feebly trying to fight. He tries to cast the net at Dolrak. You guys, he's not part of the honor guard, so he's just casting a net at you. He does manage to get Dolrak into the water.
Well, lucky he's got the water breathing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're in the water, the Sahagwin gives you a bite. He misses his bite. And then we're up to Tolan.
Tolan will come back up to the edge of the water, take a look around, see what creatures are causing trouble. And
The only problem going on is the Dolrak got netted again. But otherwise, you see it just a massacre. There's there's Sahagwin parts all over the place, and Zarek bloodied with guts all over his face. You see the priestess has been slain. The princess has been slain.
Yep. Cut to pieces. He just killed one of the other guys, like 2 crits in a row.
I'm just not willing to go jump in the water with all these guys. I will just cast a Toll the Dead cantrip at Sahagwin number 5. And he hasn't been injured yet, so he gets the weak damage, which is still pretty good. And then, just to make sure they don't try to cast that back at me, I'll back up again, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Hunter Shark number 1 is in feeding frenzy. But their preference is not Sahagwin if there's anything else of it on the menu, and Dolrek's on the menu.
But I'm not bleeding.
You are bleeding. You're injured.
I didn't get injured in this round or in this fight. It was last fight.
Yeah, you're still injured.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. You didn't heal up before that fight ended.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
Hunter Shark is going to come with his feeding frenzy attack on you.
I'm not scared.
He
What's
does
your pants
manage.
off,
He
though?
does manage to hit you. He starts biting your leg.
Arr, arr, arr.
Sahagwin number 5. Tolan is out of range. Tiny in range. Tiny is in range.
Why'd you?
Good thing you really didn't take your pants off, buddy, because hard to tell what that shark would have went after.
He might have got my wiener.
He's got you, Tiny, but his drag he drags you only 10 feet, so you're only up to here. You're not in the water yet. He's got you by the net. Sahagwin number 6 swims up over here, pops out, and he's going to spear you, even though you're not in the water. He pops out to spear you. But he's got disadvantage when he attacks out of the water.
Oh.
And he misses because he can't really do that well out of the water. Sahagwin number 2. This is one of the honor guard. He comes up to Zarek. He's got 2 spear attacks. That one's a hit. Second spear attack is also a hit. This is also the one who has fairy fire on him, so you're going to be attacking him with advantage.
Okay.
Sahagwin number 7. Let's see who he's got. Well, Dolrak's being taken care of by the Sahagwin and his Hunter Chark, so he's going to pop out and try to net Zarek. But he's going to do it from over here, because then he can get Zarek into the water. If he hits.
What's their range on that net?
You think it's somewhere around 20-ish.
Okay.
I'm going to cast shield.
Okay, if you cast shield, then the net just bounces off your shield.
Yep.
And then finally, Sahagwin number 4. Can he reach? Well, Tiny's being taken care of over there. Neris is out of range. Tolan's out of range. All he's got is Zarek. So he's going to try to attack you, but you have a shield on, so he's not likely going to succeed. Nope. All right, and we're back on the top.
Alrighty.
All right, easily taken care of.
And then I turn around and look at Sahagwin 7, and same thing in his mind. He hears, I'm going to feed you to my patron." And I just look at him angrily.
With him rolling intimidation, he's in the water. The other guy was on the surface. You scared the hell out of him. This guy feels a little bit more confident because he's in the water.
Would I have advantage after all those crits and everything?
Not necessarily.
All right. Tower?
Yeah. Because it's hard to read. It's really hard to read these creatures. You don't know if it worked or not. You'll find out when it's his turn, I guess. Dolrak,
Okay.
you're up.
You skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tiny, you're up.
All right, so this guy that's
Yeah, Tiny, you're grappled by the net from Sahagwin 5.
Sahagwin 5.
My game's not responding.
For you?
Uh-oh. It's going to crash.
All right, let's see.
Hope not.
I'll shut it down and start it back up.
Let me give it a second.
Quick, spit on it.
Spit on it. Rub the dirt on it.
I got the duct tape out.
All right, here's... I don't know if Tasha's Hideous Laughter will work on foes that are in water, would it?
There's no reason why it won't work on a foe in water.
All right, well, in that case, I'm going to target the guy that's got me in the net. Get my computer to cooperate here. It doesn't say I have him targeted. Control click. No.
Are you sure his intelligence score isn't less than 4?
I'm about to find out. If I can get my computer to cooperate.
Well,
here.
it takes a significant amount of intelligence to use a net.
I'll click on my token and then I'll target this guy. Did it work this time? Oh, what's going on here? Is it just Fantasy Grounds, or is it my computer, or is it both?
I think it's both. Fantasy Grounds have been doing some odd things for me too. I saw an error message I've never seen before.
I don't know. I think it's just tiny.
It could be that because my laptop it's from 2015, so who knows?
That's not that old. I mean, Fantasy Grounds, it's not like it's a demanding software. It's just that the coding causes stuff like memory leaks and, it's just not very efficient. It's not like the software itself is like a high graphics.
The Unity version is newer than that.
Yeah.
Which is the latest version, the Unity version, so...
Right click.
It's not super old.
Yeah, so this is why I think they should be working on that kind of stuff as opposed to adding features that don't really help. They should be working on making the software work better and the UI better.
All right, I got him targeted, so I'm going to roll his save for Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
He succeeds.
Trap. All right, then. What can I do in that case? I'm still grappled. He succeeds his save. And... there's not much else I can do. Don't have anything that I can use my bonus action.
Well, that was a wisdom save. It wasn't intelligence.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter is wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah, it is a wisdom save.
But it doesn't work on somebody with intelligence less than 4.
Oh, I see.
Well, I don't know what his intelligence is, so...
I mean, they got a civilization, so they have to be at least relatively intelligent.
No, intelligence less than 4 is like an animal.
Yeah.
Like these sharks potentially could have intelligence less than 4.
Alright, not sure if I have any thing I can use bonus action for.
No, it looks like you're going for a swim.
Yeah, I guess I am, so I'm going to end my turn.
Hunter Shark number 2, Sahagwin 5 is injured. He's on feeding frenzy. He's going to go attack Sahagwin number 5, the one that has you netted.
Yeah.
Don't I get to go?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I skip you again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn. You're also grabbed, restrained.
You're gonna have to move me because after I do my turn, I'm gonna restart.
Okay.
Because my game's not responding.
Okay.
But I'm gonna Misty Step. Since I'm restrained, I can Misty Step out, right?
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go over to where that Sinagwin's on the north side, so I can kill him.
Are you going to stay? You're staying in the water?
Yeah, I got water breathing.
How far can you go with Misty Step?
30 feet. I can Misty Step 30 feet.
And you're going to number 4?
I don't know what number it is. It's the top dead middle.
Just north of...
Yeah, north of Zarek.
Yeah, you can make it there.
Okay. So I'm going to Misty Step there. Then I'm going to do a melee attack, which you'll have to do for me also.
Yes.
There you go. And your second attack?
I'm going to melee attack again.
There you go.
And
you kill it.
All right.
okay, so then I'll stay where I'm at. And well, wait a minute, I can still do a regular movement.
Yeah, you got movement left. Yeah.
So I want to go ahead and move from that spot to the platform by Zareth.
There, I got you. Yeah, you're there?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem. And that'll be the end of your turn. You've used all your... Actually,
Well, 2
technically,
slots.
do you know there's actually a hidden action that we don't talk about? It's called it's the interact action in 5th edition. I don't track it. I don't track it, so we don't talk about it.
Oh,
But some people do track it. It's god awful because it breaks the 5th edition action economy. Because technically, if you have a shield up, you can't even cast a spell. You got to put your shield away to cast a spell.
oh.
All right, so this Hunter Shark number 2 is going to be attacking the one that's got you in the net. It misses, and then it's Neris's turn.
Okay. I'm going to try to get Tiny Marble Cakes out of his predicament. So,
You guys are using a lot of spell slots to Misty Step around.
Yeah,
I
was thinking.
You guys have exhausted a lot of resources with these 2 fights. Just saying.
We killed their princess quickly.
and once again, the guy's in water, but if I cast a spell, there's no disadvantage, right?
If you
That has a saving. That has a saving.
Yeah, that I can't count the
component.
disadvantage. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on Sanguine number 5. He's the one that has the net, right?
Yeah. See if you can kill him. He succeeds. This guy's rolling pretty good on saves.
Okay, so, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to move my spirit weapon over here by Sanguine number 8 and take a swing at him with my trident. Oh, that was a horrible... Oh, it was a hit. Man. That was kind of a surprise to me. Okay, and then I am just going to back up a little bit.
No, these Sahagwins do not have high armor class at all.
No, they do not. I just found that out.
The idea is that it's hard to hit them if you don't use the right weapon.
Right. Plus, if they're in the water, they got an advantage.
Exactly. So, Sahagwin number 8 is going to pop out the water, cast the net at Zarek. He rolls a nat 1, so he doesn't do much. He's going to go back in the water, and he's going to dive, so he can't be hit. It looks like he's kind of heading out. Tolan, you're up.
Is the Hogwin number 5 at the surface or?
Number
underwater?
5 is still at the surface. He's holding the net.
Six, I will.
If they're at the surface, then I could do an attack roll on him then, right? Without disadvantage. Is that correct, John?
Well, they're not exactly at the surface. They're kind of like...
Okay, so it's still... Okay. Okay.
It's not like they're floating out of the water, like hovering out of the water.
Well, they're hitting...
Yeah, they're at reachable distance, visibly from the surface, what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, I am still just, I'm going to do a booming blade attack this time. And I will check with my rapier.
It's disadvantage?
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is it disadvantage?
Oh, because he's in water.
Because it's a ranged attack, and he's in water.
It's not a ranged attack.
Oh.
No, even
melee
melee attacks are still disadvantaged in the water.
Disadvantage only because he's in the water.
Yeah.
Like half cover. Gotcha. Something like gotcha. Okay.
I keep getting this message, the fantasy grounds, and then this error message.
Huh.
It looks like my fantasy grounds is halfway crashing. See, you can roll the attack before my fantasy grounds crashes or something.
Actually,
I just got back in too.
Did you?
Yeah, just now.
Does it seem to be working all right?
Yeah, my side is.
Yeah.
Hope John stays working.
Mm-hmm.
No, unfortunately, mine is not working. I don't know how your game is still working.
Oh no!
Something weird is going on because I just tried to put an effect on myself. It didn't put an effect on me. I was gonna do my blade on. Something weird is going on.
Yeah, because my fantasy.
It crashed.
It probably needed a reset anyways.
Yeah, these error messages are getting worse. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I just got an error message.
You're gonna have to email Fantasy Ground and say, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I don't understand. It seems like Fantasy Grounds is getting worse with more updates.
Let us know when you want us to try to get back in.
Yeah, I'm reloading.
Okay. It shows your game's online.
Yeah, but it's not my game. You know, there's no.
Right.
I'm still reloading.
He's playing with his other party.
Yeah, there's got to be
what
some.
it is.
There's some memory leak issue going on.
I got 32 gigs of RAM. That's why I was surprised mine crashed.
Well, no. The thing is, it's not your computer specs. If the program is having a memory leak, it'll doesn't matter how much RAM you have. If the program, it's sort of like if the program's not working, it's like doesn't matter how nice of a car you're driving, you're still driving the car off a cliff.
Yeah, right. You can have a Tesla, but if the satellite's down, you're screwed.
Yeah, so this is an issue with the program because this error I haven't seen before. I saw some error thing pop up I've never seen before. I guess you can try to connect again.
All right.
I had to turn off that Sirenscape. It was kind of getting to my head.
Well, it's not working the way it's supposed to because the sounds aren't coming through.
Sound like whistling.
I don't even hear it anymore.
I shut it off.
I wonder if it crashed too.
Didn't crash on my end.
No, it's still up. I just had it turned down.
Just turn down the volume and stuff here in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not doing the things it's supposed to do, like making slashing noises when you attack.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is happening with that. I have to take a look at it because recent Fantasy Ground updates have really turned things upside down.
Especially if you're paying for a subscription.
Well, you buy a subscription for Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, the idea of the Fantasy Grounds is it's a one-time subscription. So you pay for it and you get it, you keep it, so you're not paying every month. Sirenscape requires a subscription. The problem's not with Sirenscape; it's with the Fantasy Ground triggers.
Right, I got you.
Yeah, it's just there was a recent update in Fantasy Grounds, and something got really screwed up with the update. That's why we're having these problems. The last update killed most of my extensions.
Yeah.
It's like they're spending all this time trying to make the map on a tilt. With a little bit of 3, they're spending so much effort doing that I think they broke some stuff. That's what I think happened.
It's on the people who created the extensions to also update those in conjunction with whatever they push.
Now, since your computer crashed, the game crashes, does that maintain the state of the game?
Yeah, the state shouldn't change. No, that's one of the good things about it is, you know, the way you leave it is the way it's going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
If the state of the game broke, then that would be a big problem.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm not. I got the map up, though.
Yep, and I got my character sheet.
Yeah, I'm ready to pick my character sheet now. Whoops.
I got my map up, but it wasn't letting me pick my character.
So, John, the Hagen was attacking last, or what?
Dolrak finished his turn last.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of mine.
Yeah, Tolan was trying to do his turn.
There we go. I'm back.
I'm back. Naris is standing out in the hallway like usual.
I'm there.
Point
in the hallway.
Oh, well, yeah. Although I still have that one freedom of movement spell, it should be because that lasts for an hour. But I don't want to take a chance.
John made a really good point when he stated that we're using a lot of spells. You know, don't forget, like, we just got back in. I'm only using.
Oh, I know.
I haven't used very many spells personally, but
sure, I'm only using them because I don't really need them as a fighter. I mean, sure, it's great, but the Misty Step it bogged down. Just be careful, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was pretty conservative, even though I used a level 5 on.
No, I think that was fine.
The other one.
Who knows what she could have done, you know?
Yeah.
Well, no, I used a level 1 on her. But Maris was drowning, and I'm like, oh boy. We got a big daddy over here. Whoa. Bring out the fist.
All right, Tolan, you want to finish your turn?
Sure, I just got back in, so let me try this again. I will.
Is somebody not in? No, I think we're all in, aren't we?
No, Zarek.
I'm in.
Zarek.
Ed, you're not showing up.
No, you're not showing up on the bottom, the token's not showing up.
Yeah, I see you.
Quit.
There we go.
Now it is.
Oh, okay, there you are.
My dogs are again, so you might hear a dog fight. Quit.
Okay,
Quit.
Stop.
I was bonus action activating my bleed song. Actually, no, we're not even about it. We'll just booming bleed.
I was up and join it.
Myself to do a disadvantage rapier attack. Deal with it. I hope that would finish off that guy. I will swing around to this other guy who shouldn't be at disadvantage, right? He's right up here fighting with Tiny. And I will do a regular attack at him. With a nat 1 and miss.
I think that was the first miss against the Sahagwin.
And then that should be all my movement and all my actions.
Hunter Shark number 1 actually will chase that Sahagwin number 8 because he's bleeding. And they're both gonna start disappearing out of view because he's gonna go attack that Sahagwin.
Hey, oh yeah, my spirit weapon's not in the right place.
These two are gonna
There.
get, yeah, they're gonna disappear. That's a Hogwarts number 8 is so way faster than your spiritual weapon. He's gonna disappear.
Well, I mean,
he's
that's
already
what it was
20
when
below.
we crashed, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's
'cause I attacked him.
already 20 below. I'm gonna take him out of combat. He's gone.
Okay. Okay.
They're swimming away. Sahagwin number 6. He's not. He doesn't have much of a chance. He's also gonna swim away. He disengages and he leaves. Sahagwin number 7, scared by Zarek, gone. Actually, once the Sahagwins leave, the Hunter Sharks are not going to attack you if you're not in the water. So the combat is ended. And I want to get the hell off this map, and you guys have finished seeing explain the whole map. I need to get the hell off this map. So you see this. You see the Sahagwin that you guys ambushed and are fighting. They just jump into the water and they disappear. They disengage you and jump in the water, but they swim back down only to face Baron Thomo's forces.
Yeah.
And you see that the water just turns bright red with all the slaughter in there. After a couple of minutes, you guys are watching the water. Finally, Baron Thomo just surfaces, jumps out of the water, looking very satisfied with himself. He walks over to the late princess, puts his hand inside her chest and rips out her heart. And he screams out with his brine flying out of his mouth. Relic. Very satisfied with their victory. Now his forces the forces are combined, and you see a bunch of Sahagwin heads just pop out of the water. And Baron Thomo is very happy with having made this alliance with you. He motions to the Sahagwin. They throw another bag. They throw another bag. So now I'm going to combine these bags, and I'll give you a total parcel.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is.
So this is the combination of both the bags that you have. You find that that the dagger that the priestess was using, there's some magical nature to it. It requires some identification, of course.
I told
There's
you.
nothing. There's nothing magical about the other two.
The leather armor is magical, but it's so mundane you don't have to cast Identify to know what it is. The helm and the headdress appear to be just they appear to be just kind of a fancy looking gear from an era bygone. But they are not Sahagwin in nature. They probably belong to humans. Probably ancient humans from a while ago. They are worth some money, but they're not really magical in nature.
But the headdress and not the headdress, the dagger was from her?
The dagger was from her, and he puts it among the treasure for you because he doesn't want to keep a treasure from another bloodline.
Well, I'd look
His treasure is her heart.
I'd look at him and I'd say, you can keep the heart. We don't care about those things, but the dagger, I mean, I think we would have earned that fair and square. This is all you can provide us? And I look at him like sternly.
That's all. That's all the treasure he has for you, in terms of the combination of the treasure and with his and hers. The dagger is magical, though it needs identification.
I'm doing that to, like, bring up the information thing he was getting at. Unless you want to.
He says, I know of Doomvault, I hears. And he tells you, and then he starts telling you about things in the Doomvault that he heard about. Hold on, I have a table I have to roll for this. There's the rules of the module, not my rules. Where's my table? Oh, it's buried in a note inside of a note inside of another note, I guess.
So we have two unmarked keys.
I put the stuff inside the glyph keys are marked. I put the stuff inside the party sheet.
Attuned area. This key is attuned to the fiendish area.
The attunement of the key, unfortunately, is not anything useful to you because it's attuned to the blood pools, which you already have attunement to. The Baron doesn't know this. He thinks you guys really want this key, and he's giving it to you. But once you get the key and you start working its attunement, you realize it's not that useful because you already have that attunement.
Have we had the one that is to the fiendish area, or is that new?
That's where you came through the very first time.
Oh, okay.
Where did... I had the table. I have no idea where it went. It was here before, and then now it's not. I don't understand this. Okay, hold on.
Are you doing identify tooling on the dagger?
I mean, maybe after we're done with the interaction, it'll take me like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I can do that, yes. You
Is identify a ritual?
For information? It's a ritual if I do it from a ritual.
Is it, if I have the spell, can I do it as a ritual, or is it a wizard thing for you?
I don't think it's automatic, but I'm not sure.
No, it's a ritual. Yeah, I can do it as a. So yeah, I can do it as well. I have identify as well.
Yeah,
you have, I mean,
in 5th edition, there's no rules on who can cast rituals. Anybody can cast it if you know the spell.
Okay.
There's other systems have other ritual rules.
Well, 5th edition has a ritual rule of, like, you have to have the ability to do rituals.
Yeah, if you're a spellcaster, you generally do.
Yeah.
If you're a spellcaster, you generally do.
Barbarians can also, cast the ritual too, like speak with animals or whatever, or the I can't remember what the other one is, but when you talk to your ancestors. So,
Let me roll another table.
We done with this map, so I can close it.
And so the Baron leans to you really close and he says, "Listen, secret of red wizards. They say, Forest of Slaughter have cunning hunters steal your glyph key." And then he says, another secret of red wizards. Master's domain. Bring dead to life. He says, bring dead to life and know secrets of inner vault. It doesn't seem like Baron Thomo knows the relevance of these secrets, but these are things that he's heard in reverberations through the water from Red Wizard's conversation. Those are the two pieces of information you get.
What was the forest, did you say?
It's still your good.
I mean, what was the name of the forest?
Forest of Slaughter.
Slaughter, oh, okay.
And Master's domain bring dead to life. No secrets of inner vault. And then Baron Thomo says, and finally, no secret way out of Doom Vault. Deep beneath the water. And he points directly down. He says, hidden chamber. Portal. Go to ocean. He says, but no can use portal.
Why
not? Yeah.
Magics. So what he's trying to tell you is there's some sort of black gate deep beneath where you guys are inside this predator pool that will go back to the ocean. And if you guys can find the attunement to that gate and bring it back, you can help the Baron's forces leave the Doom Vault if you so choose.
Oh.
What would we get? Is there anything else you can offer us if we were to let you your forces leave?
Baron's forces, here, very few. Can kill Red Wizard in water. Maybe two. He says, but open door to ocean and Baron's forces, thousands. And he says this quaking with his hands up in the air. So what he's telling you is if you can lure Red Wizard into these pools, you may be able to get them ambushed and the Sahagwins can kill them for you. Obviously, they're not very good fighting out of the water. He says, however, if you can find the attunement to that underwater portal, you can potentially open that portal and that would give the Baron access to his underwater domain, and he has Sahagwin without number. That's what he wants. That's what he's offering you. You help open that portal, and he will bring his entire nation in to overrun the Red Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
What was that guy's name again?
Who?
Baron
FOMO.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys have allied with Baron Thomo. You helped him murder the princess. So now he is going to be seizing power in a coup d'etat and becoming the new bloodline, the new king of the Sahagwin. And once he does that, the Sahagwin are going to be under his control. And he, if you can open up a gateway to the ocean, he can bring his nation through these portals, and they are without number. And they can potentially come out and, according to him, help you overrun the entire Doom Vault with Sahagwin. Because right now, there's he tells you there's about 30 of them, which is not much of a match for a strong number of Red Wizards. But if he says if you can lure a Red Wizard here, they can probably ambush a Red Wizard if unawares. If you can lure a Red Wizard into the water, they might be able to kill a Red Wizard for you.
That's good to know. Do they have access to all the water in the?
Oh yes, he tells you that all the pools inside the Predator pools are connected, but they are a closed system and they run hundreds of feet deep into even deeper kind of chambers and pools that you guys don't know of. So if you bring a Red Wizard here and you're able to trap him, they can bring the Red Wizard deep into those chambers and drown it, like they were trying to do to you with the nets. But obviously, with your assistance, maybe you can kill a Red Wizard this way.
Well, I ask you, how would you know if we're at a pool and we have the opportunity to trap a Red Wizard in the pool? How would you know to come or send your men to attack him?
He says the sounds, whispers in the water travel far. He says, speak to water, I will hear. So as long as you speak to one of these pools here, because of the way sound transmits in water and because of how keen they are in hearing in the water, they can get the message to Baron Thomo.
That's pretty cool.
So This is just at the predator pool. This is not like the lake of.
He's in this
No,
whole-
the
he's in this
no
whole
the
part.
the parts of the Doom Vault are they're sectioned off sectors. So the predator pool is the sector that you guys are in, and you know, from what you guys have done here, you've cleaned this whole place out. So Baron Thomo pretty much controls this entire sector at this point.
Ah, I see.
So there's
Can he locate that big dragon turtle and get rid of it?
he says dragon turtle will not harm. Only wants escape. Master is dead.
Yeah, I wonder who took care of him.
Oh, he knows. He knows what goes on in the pools. His ears are open too. That's why he figured it would be smart to make an alliance with you. Because of how powerful you are and being able to come in here and kill the Hag and the Naga, which are their rivals.
Mm-hmm.
So, de facto, you guys have already allied yourself with him because you killed the Hag and the Naga.
There you go.
Man, we're good.
But you know, but Zarek, from the stuff that you saw in Baron Thomo's mind, these creatures are ravenous. Baron Thomo is ambitious to become the king of the Sahagwin, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be friends with surfacers in the future. I mean, they eat surfacers and they love it. So you're not confident that if you unleash a Sahagwin apocalypse here, they'll just stop with red wizards.
Sure, but at the end of the day,
I mean, someone will be a Sahagwin king somewhere.
Yeah.
so I mean,
Well, no, I'm just saying if you fulfill his request and find the glyph key that and are able to open that portal to the ocean, and he brings in his entire Sahagwin nation, you're not really confident that they're going to stay friendly to you because of what you see in his mind, his hunger for the flesh of surfacers. And you can through his mind you kind of start experiencing the pleasure he gets in eating surface meat. It's like eating, it's like eating Angus beef. It's just so good. It's so much better than
Filet mignon.
it's so much better than just eating seals and fish underwater. It's just so delicious.
Zarek is a monk, so that's vegan,
Yeah,
But,
yeah. So it would probably be extra offensive.
He's not vegan, but yeah.
Yeah, so the thing with these Sahagwins is even though he respects you for your strength, they're not necessarily nice people, and they're not gonna. You're not confident he's going to all of a sudden change his ways and not be feasting on intelligent surface creatures like humans, and he'd eat you too, probably.
Yeah, I see.
Well, the ideal thing was we complete our quest and then find the key to the portal to the ocean, give to him, and hightail it out and let the red wizards and the Thingwin go at it together.
Yeah, the Sahagwin don't know what the Doom Vault is. They don't understand the magic behind the Doom Vault. They don't understand that the Doom Vault is a closed place, a closed dimension. They don't understand how glyph keys work. They just know that you're very powerful and you can activate them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just ask the Sahagin, Baron, are we still allies?
He said, "Yes, you need Sahagwin help, and Sahagwin need yours."
Will Sahagwin become friends?
The Baron Thomo kind of looks at you. He kind of with a blank expression. Friends, yes. You can't tell if he's lying. It's just almost impossible with him being such a bizarre creature.
Wouldn't I be bizarre to them too?
Oh yes, you're very bizarre, but you're also tasty.
You look like lizard.
But Baron Thomo must be a really high-ranking, very intelligent member of his species to even be able to speak common.
Mm-hmm.
He appears to be the only Sahagwin you've met that speaks common. Well, you're not sure if the princess did.
Yeah.
We'll give her a chance.
Yeah,
Give her time.
That's all right.
I'm assuming they must have took care of the priestesses then, right? Because we didn't have to fight any of them.
You killed most of them.
Oh, where the thing went around, they just weren't labeled as priestess?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were the honor guard. They were still labeled Sahagwin.
I see.
They had different stats, but you killed them anyway.
Well, I assume they might be able to use magic. I guess that's the reason I said that. But
Baron Thoma says, no magic, but Sahagwin of pure bloodline can call to ancient gods.
Ah.
Sakshas, he screams out. That's their Sahagwin god.
Oh.
So they can say that some of the Sahagwin have cleric abilities because they have divine
magic, yeah.
But they in general disparage arcane magic, and they're very distrustful of it.
Right.
Well, as I'm busy trying to identify this dagger, I'll just point out, hey, ask him which direction we should go from here. Does he like golems or smooth grottos?
Oh, wait, what's the other option? It's Golem or what?
The golem lavatories or the ooze goblins.
So you try to talk to Baron Thomo about where to go next. You realize that he has no clue. He's never actually been out of the predator pools. The only information that he gave you was information that he overheard.
Well, guys, I'll tell you two things here, just off the rip here. You can go. We can't go to the abyssal prisons in the north, could we? Can't we?
You can. That's where you came from, but it seemed like you hit an impasse when you got up there. There was a door with no discernible mechanism for opening that you can't go through.
Okay, so if I'm looking at the map, we started there. We weren't in the blood pens, were we? No.
You were in the abyssal prisons in the fiendish arena.
Fiendish arena. Yes, I see it.
That's where you started, but unfortunately, when you got kind of an impasse going any further into the abyssal prison.
So if we go down to the ooze grottos, we can knock out that entire left side of the map. I'll tell you guys that. Otherwise, if we go to the middle in the golem laboratories, we might be facing things that may be stronger than oozes, but who knows? The oozes are probably treacherous in and of themselves too. But with that said, I feel like if we go south, we can just cut the whole left part of the map off. You know what I'm saying? Like we cleared that whole part, because then it's just the right side in the middle. So.
Well, remember, you guys all have an objective here. You guys are sent, presumptively, you guys are sent by Saloon, and to fulfill, and her Saloon's kind of will is that you fulfill the historiophage's request. The historiophage sent you into this story asking for you to retrieve something that seems impossible, which is the phylactery of Zaztab, the ruler of Thay and probably the most powerful wizard in Toril. So that's what your mission is here. This is what this Doom Vault is protecting. So you want to find you will need to know how to get to that place where the phylactery is kept. Obviously, it's not open knowledge, and this sea creature looking at you has no idea.
Yeah, I would imagine we'd want to go through there and either eventually get to the master domain or temples of extraction or something like that. One of those.
What you notice is that the part of the map that says temples of extraction, it does not appear to have any sort of walkable route into it.
Yep. So we need to find a way into that from somewhere else. So And we saw something similar to that in the other room or the other region. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm open for either option.
I'm just excited about you guys leaving this map that's been bugging out for weeks. I don't care which way you go.
Now, as we're sitting here kind of and casting identify and stuff like that and kind of hanging out a little bit, I asked the guys if they remember when we ran into the lady that was the Queen of the Ooze?
Mm-hmm.
If we could have gleaned any information about what kind of oozes might be in there.
Oh, Neris, you get some inspiration for remembering that lady that was the Queen of the Ooze. But you don't glean any information because remember, you talked to her and you were making friends with her. You got her excited about her oozes, and she told you that she's going to send her entire 12-volume encyclopedia about oozes to Waterdeep.
Yeah. I kind of forgot that on purpose.
Here you go. This is a dagger of venom.
Oh, right.
So this is what the queen had her up her sleeve if she had gotten a turn to attack. All right. So yeah, all the loot's in the party sheet. So pick a direction.
So what do you guys think?
I'm down for either or, but I'm really easy to make a tiebreaker if you guys come by.
We can go check out the movies.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning.
The oozes or the what'd you say?
The oozes.
Sure.
Yeah, them oozes are nasty. But we're going to have to face them.
Olives are
sometime.
nasty too. So, I mean, everything's nasty in here.
Yeah, exactly.
John, does the dagger venom require treatment?
If it does, it should say it. I don't think it does.
It does not say it. It does not say it on the sheet.
John, can we go to the ooze grottos?
Sure, absolutely. I'm more than happy to bring you out of this map for good. Until you come back here and deliver the Baron's attunement.
Or Red Wizard.
So we're gonna go to the ooze grottos. The question is, do we go directly south from where we are, or do we go to the west and enter that direction?
Yeah. Can we enter that way from the? Literally, it says entry point area.
It appears both directions are sealed off by white gates, so you can enter either direction.
Let's do that one, so we come down from there, and we don't leave anything to our back until we pick a direction.
So you would prefer the one on the west, right?
I would.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
Tactically, it looks better. Tally-ho.
So do you have to switch us?
Yes.
Okay, so we can close this other map down, right?
Yeah, finally. I think that map was just causing so much grief. So as you go to the west and you get you deactivate that white gate, you notice that the hallway before you now turns into what appears to be the walls seem to be very dank and full of mold. And immediately you get this really acrid smell in your nose. I mean, it's close to ooze grottos. And you realize that, you know, whatever's ahead of you is probably going to be something. You're probably going to be having to deal with this horrible smell, this whole area. The further you go down this hallway, the worse the smell actually gets. And finally, the hallway opens up to a room with cracked and decaying bones. They're piled throughout the chamber. As you enter this room, in the northwest corner, you see another black gate. But as you enter this room, a really cold chill starts kind of hits you.
Who's right?
So we enter the area.
Yeah, so you just entered this area. You see three piles of bones, and you see the black gate in the northwest corner. But you also feel a chill, like in the back of your spine, as you enter this room.
Really? Okay.
You know, you're not really sure what's going on. It's a little unnatural kind of cold.
I say quick, someone perceive or investigate something.
That should be our board.
Someone tell me what's going on. Why do I feel this way?
Well, I'm just going to kind of look up at the ceiling, look at the walls, and see if I can discern anything. Maybe even look at the bones to see if I can tell maybe what caused, if there was any indications on there of what may have caused them the bones to be so clean.
So when you look at the bones, they're not that clean, actually. The bones are really dirty. It looks like the bones are just swept together like with a broom or something, because it's not like they don't even look like complete skeletons. They're all piled together in these haphazard piles. There's a disgusting looking orange muck inside the piles of bones, like they were melted, like, you know, flesh melted off the bones or something. You see a skull floating around in this muck.
Is there anything on the ceilings or the walls or?
The ceilings are full of, it looks like lichen and fungus. It's dirty. It's the ground itself is slippery and dirty and full of ooze and muck. Looks like sewage and smells worse.
John, is there anything like a rock or something I can pick up next to me that's not in that muck or ooze with the bones are in?
Yeah, you can pick up, because the ground is really dirty. So there's like a wayward half skull. The skull looks like it's been crushed. You pick up like the jawbone of a skull.
Okay, yeah. So I want to pick that up and chuck it into the pile.
As you chuck into the pile kind of starts moving a little bit, like it's like bubbling, and then from the corner of the room where that black gate is, you hear a voice. You hear like a whisper of a voice. The whisper just whispers out, "Vengeance."
I say, for what?
Murder.
Whose murder?
Ours. And then from another corner of the room, you hear a different voice, more feminine. Ours. And from another corner of the room, ours. Ow. And the voices just start kind of like harmonizing with each other. Whole bunch of, there's some spirits here.
Who killed you?
Wizards.
I hate wizards. Are there any wizards around here?
One.
Are they close?
Close.
Who do these bones belong to? Are those your bones?
Ours. And then you hear the voice kind of go in harmony again. Ours. Ours.
Can you help us get revenge on this wizard?
The voices kind of doesn't seem like they know what to say. They just repeat vengeance. Doesn't seem like they can provide any additional assistance.
Can you tell us what direction where the wizard is, at least?
Close. And you guys feel a cold wind coming from the hallway to the south. So I guess that might be the way the ghosts are communicating with you.
So can I kind of take a look at the...
well, Zarek took a step, so we're in initiative.
Oh.
Yay!
As
Zarek, you did it again.
As you walk into the center of the room, the bones begin undulating back and forth, and you realize that orange muck that was inside the bones, that muck itself was some sort of a creature.
I knew it.
You mucked it up, buddy.
Well, it's a good thing I go first. Oh, no.
Nope. The muck just kind of drifts on over here. The muck, that because the closest living creature is poor Tiny, the muck puts one attack for Tiny. That's a hit. Bludgeoning and acid damage. Smack. And then the muck does a second attack towards Tolan. That's a hit. Bludgeoning and acid damage.
Jesus.
The second muck, the closest living creature is Zarek. Hold on, but the muck is not very fast. So let's see. Yeah, the muck has to dash to Zarek, and it can't attack this turn. Tiny, you're up.
All right, let's see. I just got hit by this thing.
It's a big amorphous blob of goop that appears to. You're not sure if it's sentient or if it's just acting by instinct, but clearly it wants to consume you, just like turn your bones into one of its collection.
All right, let's see. What am I doing in this case? You know what I'm gonna do? It's just an ooze. Conserve my spells here.
Would I have time before my turn to change out the rune in my battle axe, or
You would have had to
action?
declare that before we started.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's more than an action. That's like a ongoing, something. It's like taking off your armor. You gotta spend some
I got you.
time.
All right. All right. I'm going to. Yeah, let's see. Is a spell just an action? Yep, it's an action. You know what? I might as well do it. I'm gonna cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. You already have a concentration effect on yourself, so we don't have to put a new one. I think that's left over from before.
I'm not sure if it's concentration or not, is it? Let's see. Nope, it's just 1 round.
Oh, okay.
What it does is it until the end of my next turn, I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
The pseudopod is a weapon, yes.
And then I guess I'll end my turn.
Neris?
Are we supposed to be able to see that white?
Yeah. That
picture?
the white appears to have materialized once these mucks started attacking you. The white does not look friendly.
I've never met a white that was friendly. I'm trying to find the in my inventory. Let's see. I wish I could read faster. Anyway, I want to cast daylight. I got an item that's supposed to do that, and I can't particularly find it, but...
Drift globe, maybe?
Did, the drift globe, yeah. I found it this time.
Alright, that's gonna scare the white away.
Let's see if I got it. Daylight, okay. So I'm going to put daylight on Zarlak's sword.
That is certainly gonna scare the white away.
And then I'm going to cast, as a bonus action, my spiritual weapon. Just a big hammer. I think I'll cast it right there. And go ahead and attack the snail or whatever it is. Unidentified creature, it says. That's a hit. Okay.
Yeah, you're not really sure what this thing is.
Okay, I'm wounded it. I believe I will back up a little bit. And then pass my turn.
Okay, this one over here. It is within range. It's going to attack with a pseudopod against Tolan. Alright, that is bludgeoning and acid. And then it's got a second attack. Nat 1 on the second attack. Tolan's your turn.
Getting surrounded by Zuzu. Swinging away with green flame blade action. That. Flames are gonna jump over to the creature over here. And then I will use that to another ooze one more time. And just do some more damage. And then say, peace out, guys. I'm getting hurt too much. And run away. And hide behind Dolrak. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
It's Dolrak's turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm going to make a melee attack on the unidentified creature 3. That's a hit. Partially
This
resistant.
you attacked with your axe, right?
Yeah, the slashing damage is probably resisted.
Not only did it resist that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and the thunder.
Yeah, I'm gonna show. I want to show you what the resist. They did not resist the thunder.
Oh,
It probably melted your axe.
No, it did. It splits.
Oh, the axe does? Or the... Oh,
because of the slashing damage.
that's right.
You made two creatures.
I remember that, but that's all I have is slashing. So
I can't.
I thought you had a hammer with you for that case.
I'm gonna put it.
I'll have to look in my backpack, but I don't have anything.
But you had a maul or a hammer, an extra weapon just in case. But
I thought I did too. I'll have to look after. I can't change this turn.
right.
So I'll attack here.
Which one did you attack?
Number 3.
Number 3. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of forgot about that, but now I remember that happened to us in the chapel. The stupid oozes.
Yeah.
Whoops! What the hell happened?
You just killed somebody.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Oh. Too bad.
Yeah, why does that keep happening? Yeah, so you realize every time you slash one of these creatures, it just makes it into 2 creatures, and both these creatures have a whole new set of pseudopods.
So now, in order to switch to my mace, is that an action next turn?
No, I'm not charging you an action. That goes into the interact rules, which nobody plays in 5th edition. So there's no charge to switch to a weapon.
Okay.
It's free. Switching weapons, going from two-handed to range weapon, whatever, that's free. Because it doesn't make sense in a 5th edition action economy because it's too restrictive. For instance, you're not allowed to just switch the weapon. You can put one weapon away or take one weapon out per turn. You can't do both unless you waste your action to do it. Right. And the tight action economy of 5th edition, it doesn't make sense. That's why I don't play it. Some people do play it. Some people try to play flanking too, but they don't get it right. So I don't play any of those rules. 5th edition, it's supposed to be rules lighter, so we just, we don't muck with the rules that are too complex to muck with.
Well, I think that's a fair trade-off to flanking, I guess, if we're allowed to just take a different weapon out without getting charged a whole turn, so...
Your new friend is going to close the distance in and split his attack, 1 to Tolan and 1 to Dolrak. See, the more friends you make, the more damage they do. Unfortunately. That's a hit on Tolan.
Yeah.
That's a miss on Dolrak.
Going down.
Zarek.
Going down.
Zarek, you turn around and you see Dolrak slashing away with his axe, and he just keeps making you monsters. And you're looking at your big slashing greatsword, and you're kind of thinking,
I think that we have a benevolent god that lets me pull out javelins, but in this case, I'm going to take an opportunity attack.
Oh, sure. Opportunity attack, you're moving. Okay. Give you an opportunity attack. Oh, man. These guys are hitting. You're going after the Wraith.
Yes,
The White, I mean.
The White.
This white is getting this sunlight in his eyes. He's looking terrified. He's backing away. He's not interested in fighting, looks like. Even less interested now that you hit him, now that you're
I'm gonna go right here.
All right. It's the white's turn. He has no choice. You've engaged him. He is fighting more like a defensive action. So he's equipped with a sword, but instead of trying to use his sword, he tries to kind of roll up. He tries to kind of grab you and tries to suck out your soul. He's going to do life drain, but in the sunlight, he has disadvantage.
Ooh, that's good.
Would that be a crit?
That's not a crit because he has disadvantage.
Oh.
You're very lucky that's not a crit. So that is 12 necrotic, and you do a
Oh, I have to do a consultation. Okay. Sure, I guess.
You do a. I can do it for you if you want.
Hold on.
You save against the effect of life drain.
All right.
All right, you're still good. That's the white's turn. Unidentified creature number 4. This one's medium-sized. The other ones are small-sized. Medium-sized attacks tiny. Wow, these guys are hitting a lot.
Man.
Tiny's resisting some of... Oh, boy.
Jesus.
Remember, you guys, nothing's stopping you from running away. Unidentified creature number 3. This is a small-sized ooze. He's going to split his attacks between Dolrak and Tiny. One for Dolrak. That's a miss. And one for Tiny. Also a miss. Unidentified creature number 2. What's closer, Tiny or Zarek? Tiny's 30 away, Zarek is 35. So he has to double move. He does not have the speed. So he double moves to engage Tiny.
Well, he can't attack yet.
Can't attack this turn. Tiny, you're not looking too good in terms of being surrounded by these horrible things.
Aren't you glad he's not flanking now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, none of you would be getting flanked if there were.
No, it gets to be side to side.
It has to be two opposite sides.
Yeah.
And these creatures are not intelligent enough to flank. When I do flanking, I always make sure that the creature has enough intelligence to do it. There's no reason why rats would be doing tactical combat against you because they're rats, you know? Or mindless skeletons or something.
You killed me with a rat in one of our first adventures.
Yeah, that was...
When you was like level 1 or something.
You were level 1, so and the rat, rat... No, it wasn't the rat that killed you. Somebody pulled the rug out.
Or something?
Somebody pulled the rug out of a trap.
Oh,
and you were standing on the trap, like on the edge of a trap, and you fell down.
Yeah, that was a pit or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the rat wasn't a normal rat. It was the plague rat.
No.
Okay, I can do this. I'm going to target all these guys. Why did I target this guy? Oh, well.
You can do it.
Fine, I'm going to target all these guys, and I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shatter's a good choice for a spell. It's a nice area spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'm just gonna have it.
You know,
sit-
you can get the creature number 1 too. With
This
Shatter.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh. I want to find that out. Is distance? Oh, I can actually. You're right. Yeah. In that case, I'll target him too.
Yeah.
There he is.
All right. I will cast Shatter. I'll roll the save. And
They all fail.
fail.
Whoa, yeah. Good shot.
And that's
Oh, man.
damage.
Good shot, Tiny.
Do I want to upcast this? Let's see. How many third level slots do I got?
Well, just for next time, you gotta declare the upcast. Next time.
I'm going to upcast it to 4th level.
Oh.
Yeah. Next time, got declare before you cast it.
All right.
But go ahead and roll it.
That's...
That kills that tiny one.
All right. So that burns a 4th level slot. And then I'm going to pass my turn.
Neris?
Yeah, I think I will take a shot with my spiritual weapon at creature number 5 as my first action.
That's a bonus action. You don't have first action.
That's my bonus
You
action.
only
Well, I
have
think
one
I-
action.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. But the first thing I'm going to do...
I know what you're saying.
is-
I know what you're saying.
Right. So... And it's a hit. Okay.
That takes care of that one.
Well,
There you
good.
go.
And I'm going to, let's see. Which one of these creatures is the worst off, does it look like to me?
Well, there are 2 of them on the below are bigger. That one above is smaller. Smaller has less mass. These
Like
creatures, they don't have like a front or back. They're not like you can't, it's hard to determine how injured they are.
Creature number 4, then. I am going to cast Pull the Dead. Not on Tiny, on creature number 4. There we go.
It succeeds.
Wow!
It rolled really high.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I see this a lot. It's just because of how the 5th edition does the saving throws. Some things that don't seem to make sense.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's a 19 on a 20. And
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, the fact that the creature has wisdom doesn't make that much sense, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's got a -2 wisdom
Okay.
Yeah.
modifier. But
Well, even having a
happens.
yeah, no, but even having that doesn't exactly make theoretically doesn't make any sense. Oh, this creature has the speed to close in on you guys. He's gonna split his attack, 1 to Tiny and 1 to Dolrak. Oh, that's some more bludgeoning and acid damage to Tiny. And Dolrak. Wow. That's a big hit on Dolrak. Wow, you guys are getting beat up by these pseudopods.
Did you just go on top of my... Oh, yeah, you did.
Tolan, you're up.
My spiritual weapon was right there underneath of you now.
Oh, the spirit, it can occupy that space, right?
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, it kind of floats, so...
Oh, unfortunately, the fireball token is a little frayed. Maybe we do some measurement. I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure it can be
Radius,
done. Here's a circle.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remind myself what the radius is. 20 foot radius.
Here, hold on. Let me get the center of circle.
What do you cast?
Fireball.
Yeah, fireball's a 20-foot radius, but let me get the center
Radius or diameter?
radius.
Oh, then
No, fireballs are big. Tolan, the issue is you have to cast it into the wall to do that.
Yeah, I for some reason I thought it was smaller. So yeah.
No, fireballs are huge. That's why they call them the room clearers.
Yeah.
They will clear the room. They'll also clear your teammates.
Yeah.
Shoot them.
I like to go big or go home, guys. I'm sorry.
If you cast at the very corner of the room,
it's I can barely see with blood gushing over my eyes. So what I'll do is I'll come over to Tiny's area, and I guess I'm just gonna do some green flame blade on it to hopefully get rid of it. Maybe we'll do that. And
That doesn't count as slashing, right?
No, it's piercing.
yeah, it depends on the weapon that you're using to cast it.
Yeah. I'm using a rapier. Hit. That creature's
Alright,
dead, and
he'll
then
carry the small
Flame
one.
jump. Then Flame jump over to creature number 2.
There you go.
Doing some damage to him. I'll move over and then second attack just with the rapier. Hit. Do another punch it and then run back and hide in the corner again. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
I have taught you well.
Well, I'm like,
I know.
Actually, Naris, your style of combat actually works very well in Pathfinder. Maybe that's where you learned it.
Yeah, well,
it's called movement taxing. The more you move away from the enemies, the more they have to waste actions to get to you, and that really debilitates them.
I've had an old wise guy that used to play D&D that told me if you can move, you should move on every turn.
Well, the way 5th edition works is that, unfortunately, what happens is because of attack of opportunity rules, what tends to happen is martial characters just run up and then they get locked in, and they keep banging at each other until one goes down, and then they just move on to the next enemy.
And I am a back row character. So.
Yeah.
well, that's why I took the mobile feed, so I can get in there, punch.
Yeah, I know. I was just messing with you. You're my little buddy.
I'll take it if I have to.
Okay. I am going to go after unidentified creature 1 with my Sune Blessed Mace. And it's a hit. Now, how do I go ahead and add the 2d6 radiant damage?
You have to go into the scripting of the weapon. So you open.
Can I just add it by using because see, with this weapon, it gets the 2d6 radiant damage, and then if the target has 25 hit points or fewer after taking,
there's no script for that. There's no script for that. So that's
so
something
I'll just do my regular damage, and then I'll add the 2d6.
Yeah,
it has to be well, unless it matters. I don't guess it really matters.
Okay.
Yeah, you found out that you found this weapon in the quest to destroy oozes, so it's really gonna help you.
Yeah.
Should
And then now I'm doing the 2d6 radiant.
yeah.
Okay.
Just roll 2d6 if you.
And then he can put it on. Yeah, just John can put it on. Just roll the 2d6.
Now, does it have less than 25 hit points?
I'll take that first save, which is a failure. It blows up with the power of Sunni.
And then my second, so unadopted,
It's incinerated with the power of Sunni.
I'll move to here, and I'll attack this one. That's a critical miss.
That's real bad.
That's,
These things have
Pull yourself from the other hit.
I'm going to let you know these creatures have some of the lowest armor classes in the whole game.
Well, it makes sense,
but you know, not low enough to let you hit with the nat one.
Right.
And it also gives me 20 foot of bright light and 20 foot of dim light additional. Just saying.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate? What is it?
And I'm done.
Zarek, you're up.
All right. Let's see if I can hit this guy.
Well, we're hurting, aren't we? Everybody's damaged.
Oh, that's it for the white.
I know Tiny needs to move. Get
So
out
if I
of the
went
way.
I forgot to mention this so much. I've already swung with the sword, so I wouldn't be able to pull out my javelin, essentially, the same round, is what you're saying.
There's no rules. There's no specific rules, and I just let players do it.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
Yeah. That's a big argument that Jeremy Crawford has been getting. I don't want to deal with it. Just do it.
That's a good hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's an even better hit.
Nice.
Tiny thanks you for that.
And I will... well, I guess we're out of combat.
Yeah, you destroyed these things, finally. But you guys took quite a wallop in doing so.
Mm-hmm.
And you look around, there's nothing but just this disgusting organic waste matter. Absolutely nothing of any value. They're just desiccated bones and ooze.
Does Tiny got all that healing he can use on everybody?
He didn't cast that spell that gives him a lot of healing. Because there's a spell that he has that gives you a huge amount of healing.
Cure wounds, I got aura of vitality.
It's about time anyway.
It is about time, but you guys want to figure out how you want to heal up before we
yeah
close up for today?